don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. I'm on YouTube, welcome to the hood table. Where we chop up local and global events locally. You don't really want to miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little. Get that one in your system for your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, gotta binge watch. You don't like it, think you want to invite it. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't want to miss a second of this HD content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back until you start trying again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Happy Friday, everyone. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, welcome back to the hood table one more again. Please come on in, relax, kick off your shoes, get your drink, get your snacks, and get ready for another Friday Night Live. And also make sure you like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Please and thank you very, very much. Now, you guys, most of you watching me right now, some of you might be on Tanya's PrimeTime TV, and some of you might be on the Hood Table 402. Those are both of my backup channels. The main channel is the Hood Table. The Hood Table is our main channel, but as y'all been hearing me say for the past few days, we have been trying more and more to go live on our backup channels, which is Tanya's PrimeTime TV and the Hood Table 402. So, depending on which channel you're watching right now, I know some people be forgetting that we be going live on different more than one channel or multiple channels, because you can do that on StreamYard. If y'all got Twitter, IG, Facebook, multiple YouTube accounts, y'all know y'all can do that on StreamYard. Y'all can stream from multiple sites. So somebody had said something the other day and it was like, oh my God, somebody got me blocked. Why they got me blocked? I didn't do anything. Oh my God, I can't see this person. And I'm like, well, that's probably because they're probably on our other channel watching and commenting in the chat, and that's why you can't see each other. So if that happens to you, that's most likely the case. So, but anyway, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How is life? It is Friday. I am off this weekend, but I do have to get up early in the morning, hopefully not too early, because I have to help my youngest son get a new car. Y'all know, well, some of y'all know that he was in an accident. Oh gosh, when was that? It seems like so long ago, like probably 2 months, a month and a half. And actually, he just had to give his rental back last week because the rental, we only had it for 30 days. And if we wanted to keep it longer than that, then we would have had to, pay out of our pocket. But that's the good thing about having full coverage insurance. But yeah, so he got into a hit and run and his car was totaled. He was, he wasn't battered and bruised and none of that. Didn't have to go to the hospital. It's been a month and a half. He seems to have no issues. Tried to get him to go to the doctor afterward, but he's like, Mom, I'm okay, But the reason why the car was totaled, it might not look like it was totaled, but it was because it was an older car. It was like a 2011, and they said it would have cost more to fix it than what the car was worth. So that's why it was totaled. So the crash wasn't extremely horrible. But what's up, Clyde? How you doing? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? But yeah, so he and I have to go find him a car tomorrow. That should be fun. Oh God. And this is crazy, y'all, because this is his second car. His first car I got him the first car I got him about 4 years ago. Pay cash. It was an older car. It was an old school, but it was a Mac. It was not. Was it a Maxima? No, it was not a Altima. It was an Altima. Yep, it was a Nissan Altima. Oh my God, it was like a 2006 six or something like that. And I mean, when I say that thing was one car owner, this nice family way out in the bougie neighborhoods here in our city. The car was beautiful. It was so clean. I mean, it for '06, it was nice and it ran good and everything. He loved it, tricked it out, everything. Then somebody ran a stop sign and totaled that car out. So then I got him another car. That's the one that just got totaled out a month and a half ago. So I'm like, God damn. I mean, can we win? I mean, but anyway, yeah, he thinks he's accident prone right about now. Yes, I'm so thankful as well. Yes, I'm so thankful as well that he is okay. And because that's two wrecks with each car. He's only had two cars, and now he's on car number three, the one that we're going to go look for tomorrow and hopefully find. But yeah, so I'm hoping that's his last car wreck because child, that stuff is crazy. When your child, I mean, I'm sure some of y'all done had children who have called you and said, Mom, I just got in a wreck. And I swear, it's like, that's the thing that you hate to hear when they first get their license. Like every time my children would call me while they were out and about, I swear to God, that's the first thing that would cross my mind. Like when they first got their L's, was like, oh my God, are you okay? Where you at? They're like, Mama, fine. But then, like, after Cam got in his wreck, and then he got in the next wreck, and I'm like, now he talking about, Mama, can I just use your car? Instead of you pick me up at work at night, because his brother takes him to work, I pick him up. And I'm like, nope. No, buddy, my truck is paid off. See, we believe in paying them cars off quick, fast, and hurry, or either buying cash. And I'm like, nope, you is not driving. Nope. If anything happened to my truck, it'll be because I'm the one driving it. Not saying you're gonna get hit. I don't wish that or nothing, but no. We down to one car as it is in this house. Nope. Let's leave this bad boy at home. I'll pick you up whenever you need me to. But yes, thank God he is safe. But yes, I hope you guys are having a wonderful start to your weekend. You said nah, but I'm telling you, Clyde. I don't know. It's like even with my oldest son, I think my oldest son drove my car twice, and that was the last car. Because I'm the kind of person I used to every time I buy a car, I would pay it off and turn right around. Turn right around and buy another car. It was like pay them car payments, get my title, and turn right around and buy a new car and jump right back into some car payments. So my last car before my SUV, it was probably 12 years old. Yeah, it was probably 12 years old. And then finally the transmission went out. The car had been paid off for a long time. And because I was like, I'm going to try to hold on to cars longer, especially if there's nothing seriously wrong with them. So the transmission finally went out after 12 years. And I, trashed it. Then I bought my Equinox and paid that off after 2 years, paid that off. And it's been paid for 2.5 years. No, 1.5 years. It's almost 2 years. It's been paid off almost 2 years. And I be getting that itch. That itch. You see everybody driving around in these nice cars. Even the rental car that my son had for 30 days after his last car just got wrecked in total. I ain't never had a car with the push button. Some of y'all might think, oh, she's lame. I'm serious. I'm up here sitting in the car. How do I start it, son? Because I was driving to the store or something. And he was like, Mom, you just push it and put your foot on the brake. I'm like, okay, man, whatever, So, when you see these newer cars on the road and you still driving around in your older car and you get that itch sometime. But I ain't ready for that car payment yet. I ain't ready. But, and then going to the car lot tomorrow. See, that's what happened last time. When my son's car broke down, not broke down, but when the first car he had got totaled from somebody running the south side, had to go get him another car. And I'm telling you, I was on that parking lot with him at all these different parking lots, and I'm looking at all these cars. And he's like, Mom, we're looking for a car for me. I'm like, I know, but wouldn't that look good in this right here? So I'm still fighting the itch, y'all. Still fighting that new car itch, because I just got my house last year. I'm trying to, stack up some chips and all that kind of stuff. Get me a little really nice cushion before I, get into another car. Cause I can, I tell people all the time, buying a car is like the easiest shit you can do. You can buy a car anywhere, anytime. Some places you don't need no money down. Some places you can go and you can have the most fucked up credit in the world and you can still get a car. I know places that will sell you a car and you ain't gotta have no license. You ain't even gotta have no insurance. Like buying a car is like the easiest thing you can do. But I just don't want to. I just don't feel like paying payments right now. Yeah, my car works fine. It works fine. It's older, but it works fine. I'm just not ready. I'm not ready to get the car payments, not yet. But yeah, thank you for that, Clyde. But how have you been doing? I need to drop this link because y'all know what day it is. Hold on, this dog getting on my nerves. I think he might want to go outside. I might have to take the dog out in a minute, y'all. I was trying to wait on my bro and my sis to jump on here. Let me just send them a message real quick. Okay. Inbox them. All right. So hopefully they'll come on here soon. But anyway, y'all, today, for some of y'all who are new over here, Friday Night Live, we just it's no order. There's no order. We discuss everything, anything we want from the hood to the White House. That's our motto. I got topics. I always have topics, usually. I always have topics, it might be trending news, it might be something going on in the B sector, it might be, different things with celebrities, whatever. But that's what Friday night is on the hood table. We just discuss whatever. It's just an open panel. And I dropped the link, and anybody wants to come on, we can talk about whatever. We be on here talking about, I don't know, what you cooking Sunday. Girl, did you hear about such and such? Did you hear about what's going on in B7? Did you hear about this celebrity? Did you, girl, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. So that's how it is on Friday. It's no order. It's just a free for all. No holds bars. No topics off limit. That's how Friday nights are. And we try to keep it, we try our best to keep it under 3 hours. We try. But we didn't go on longer than that, like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. And it's just like time just be flying, time be flying by. So, I be seeing people on here, they be doing like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 hour lives, like all the time. Like, child, I be like, we need to get off here. I be trying to let go of y'all. But they be like, no, I ain't ready to go yet. I ain't ready to go. I got something else to talk about. I'm like, no, we've been on here too long. It'll be too long. I'm ready to go to bed. But you said, oh, well, thank you for asking. Hope you and yours are well. How's Ace? Ace will be here tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow. Yes, my baby will be here tomorrow. That's why I was telling my youngest son, the one I'm supposed to go with to look for a car. I told him we got to get up early in the morning because my baby always comes over Saturday afternoons and spends the night. And so we're going to be up early. I'm going to wake up early, put my coffee on, make me something quick for breakfast. Because, when you go looking for a car, you can be out there for hours and hours. Signing the paper alone is like, time consuming. And when I take my sons to buy cars, because they still young, the Cam, he'll be 22 on the 10th. And AD, he'll be 26 in April. And with both of them, even with AD, when he got his car last year, where did we go? I can't remember. It's a popular car lot where we went in the Midwest. I can't remember where we went. But anyway, I took him to the car lot. I don't leave my kids at the car lot after they find a car, and you should not. Okay, you should not, because kids that young, they don't really understand all the interest rates and the APRs and taxes, and they be trying to throw all these extra, these bells and whistles, in the package, and they end up paying $1,000 a month for a 20-year-old car. So I go with my sons to buy a car. AD, he just bought his second car, and again, he'll be 26 in April. Now, maybe his next car, that he said he's probably gonna wait like probably 3 or 4 more years before he buy another car. But he'll be almost 30. He can go buy his own car now. But while they in their lower 20s, I'm going with y'all because I done been hustled before. And I mean, when I was young, oh God, I don't know if y'all had living laws where y'all at. But in Nebraska, we don't have living laws. Okay. So when I was younger, I would be so anxious to get a car. Just like my sons are, and most children, they so anxious. They see the first car. Ooh, 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 we gotta get this. This is it. This is it. This is it. I'm like, nah, look at that, look at that, look at the mileage, look at how much they want. Look at the, no, let's keep looking. And they be all distraught. Hey mom, when we gonna get a car? So every car I bought when I was younger, I swear to God, it was a limit. Every single car, it was a limit. Like 2 weeks after I buy it, engine go out. A few months after I buy another one, transmission go out. A few months after, I mean, every single car I had when I was younger was a limit. In Nebraska, we don't have limit laws. So it's like if you buy a limit, and you got one of those buy here, pay here car dealers who are assholes, they gonna want their money regardless if your car is sitting out there in the middle of the street with everything sitting on the ground from the engine. They don't give a damn. They knew that shit wasn't worth shit when they sold it to you, but they don't care. You took it off the lot. It's yours. We still want them payments. And then you have those who they know they shit was fucked up. They'll come get the shit. They'll take it back to the shop and they'll be like, oh, well, we can get you another car. Or no, no, no. So I had bad luck when I was young buying cars. So yes, with my two sons, I went with them every single time. And when I go with Cam tomorrow morning, after we're totally done and after we settled on price, rates, and everything, that's when I say to the dealer, do you need me for anything else? Because I'm leaving. They be like, no, oh, you're fine. Okay, don't change shit. When I walk out this door, I look at my son. Don't change shit. This is the deal we getting. Sign the paperwork. Grab the keys. Exit. Okay? Because, yeah, they still in the learning phase. And they will just buy anything. Kids will buy anything. I did it myself. I had like 3, 4, 5, 7 lemons before. And you know what? It was all the lemons that taught me. Because of course when I was buying these lemons, I was young. I didn't really have no credit. I was young. I mean, I worked at jobs like telemarketings and things like that. I made okay money as like a child into the early stages of being an adult, but I didn't have like a whole bunch of credit. I didn't have a whole bunch of money in the bank. So I didn't have a whole bunch of options. So when you don't have a whole bunch of options as a young person or a person with bad credit or not a lot of money in the bank, then you go to these car dealers that you know is going to give you a car. So what that taught me when I was young was get my credit right, for one. Make sure I pay all my bills on time, for two. And make sure I have something in the, savings for emergencies. For emergencies. So that taught me a lot when I was younger. And after going through all them damn lemons, I swear I'll be like, I want to make sure my car got a warranty, at least a few years now, at least a few years warranty, from the rooter to the tooter. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Clyde. I try. I try. They think I'm all right. They think I'm a little corny sometimes. You should see them when I be up here doing my videos and we be cutting up. My son be walking past, he be like, what they done did on YouTube now? Like he know like almost every, not every storyline. I ain't even gonna lie. But like sometimes I'll tell him stuff. I'm like, man, Cam, remember the pastor I told you about? You know the pastor, the one they was talking about his dog, or hey son, remember that cat that dude hit? Remember I told you about that cat on YouTube? Or remember the lady, like I was telling my son the other day. I said, son, it's almost 3 years up. That lady might be back on YouTube. And he's like, Mom, who? You talking about the IHOP one? The IHOP one? I said, yeah, you remember that? He said, yeah, I remember. Did she like fight somebody in IHOP? So my kids be like, what is the hell is they doing on YouTube now? They cannot believe all this shit that be happening, even though they in the same house with me, and sometimes they overhear our conversations on here, or they might overhear people, on the panel. And my son be walking past, just looking like shaking his head, like, y'all mess. They cannot believe, like, if you ever talk to your grown kids who are still young, but they grown, or your teenagers, and you talk to them about some of the stuff on here on YouTube, they cannot believe that our grown asses be on here acting like kids or teenagers. My sons be looking at me like, are you for real? What happened? They did what? Really? Y'all can do that? I'm telling you. I'm telling y'all. Now, if you know the kids, you know how they say out of the mouth of babes. If the kids telling y'all doing too much, I'm like, I don't be on here doing nothing, son. I just be commentating. I just be doing commentating. Is that a word? Commentating? I be doing commentary. That's all I be doing, son. He be like, okay. You said they be surprised to know. They be surprised to know all kids don't have great parents. I'm blessed and thankful I do. Sounds like you kind of have great parents too. I had a very strict. Oh my god, I talked about my parents a little bit in the past, but I don't even know how to describe my mom. I have a mom. Well, rest in peace. I have a mom. She passed away. Okay, have that. Rest in peace, mother, Sister Mary. Um, she was. It was kind of weird growing up because my mother, when I was real young, she was not really in the church. Like when I say real young, I mean like birth to like 5. She wasn't in church or nothing like that. But she wasn't like one of those people always in the street or in the club. She wasn't like a heavy drinker, smoker, cursor. She wasn't like that, but she also wasn't like, I don't know, like the Leave It to Beaver mom. She wasn't like, she was great at homemaking, she was great at cooking, she was great taking it home, but she wasn't like, it's kind of hard to explain. She was just cool, just a normal person. Just a normal person. Then she started going to church because these church people kept on coming by. We lived in the projects at that time, by the way. We lived in the projects. And these people kept coming around like every Saturday, knocking on everybody doing the projects, trying to get everybody in the projects in the church, right? So my mom kept turning them down, shutting the door on them, telling them they're busy, whatever. Then one day, she gave them the time of day, and the lady came in. I don't know what happened. I was somewhere playing in my room, somewhere outside, and the lady came in. And next day we went to church, and it's been church ever since for my mother to the day she died. So when she was raising us in church, when she got all the way into the Pentecostal faith, she was really strict, really strict. But then my stepdad, who came into our life when I was around the age of 5, he was not. He was the party person, the drinking person, weed, cigarettes, music, the worldly music that the church call it, secular or whatever. It was so weird because she would be at church all the time and he'd be at home drunk. I mean, it was so weird. It's like, who do we listen to, mama? Or we listen to this nigga over here? Like it was really weird. But they worked together. It worked out, and to the day she died, she went to church, and he was just who he is. So I mean, I guess I had a normal upbringing, although we was from the hood, we lived in the hood, we didn't have a lot. We did not have a lot. We did not have nowhere near a lot. We got by on the least minimal things that you could get by on. Like I'm talking pantries every week. I'm talking going to get free clothes, free this, free that, free this, free that, free this. It was like that. The way I grew up, and I always say a lot of the things that I went through as a child that I really didn't know I was going through till I became a teenager and realized I ain't got shit. It's like being, I don't know, it was a shocking experience for me to go from, I went to grade school, we moved a lot. Again, we struggled. We moved a lot when I was younger. So I went to like five different grade schools, a whole bunch of different neighborhoods, but all still in the hood. And like most of my clothes came from like thrift stores. I ain't ashamed to say this stuff, but and I done said it before time and time again. But yeah, so it was a struggle growing up. And I went to like grade schools. Grade schools don't matter a whole lot back then when it came to what you wore, what kind of shoes. I mean, it mattered, but it didn't matter like high school and stuff like that. So although I would get picked on sometimes, which made me like a fighter, because I used to get picked on all the time and teased and everything, and until I couldn't take it no more, and then I just started fighting back. But it was when high school came, because after grade school, the church that I was going to all that time from like 5 years old to junior high, same church. Then we got in church by somebody walking door to door to projects, got me in the church with my mom at 5 years old. Then when I was around teenager, right before, I remember it was right before junior high. It was like the summer before junior high, and this Christian school, the like leaders of the Christian school was like a husband and wife. They opened this Christian school in South Omaha, and they was going to all these churches in the hood, and they were recruiting children. So just imagine all these kids, we all from the hood, we from the projects, and we in church, and this white family comes to this black church, and they're talking about, we would love to have your children at our church. And I mean, I'm talking this lady with blonde hair. I mean, her husband got blonde hair. They about as white as you can be. She got red freckles, and we're looking at these people like, excuse me, yo, school. So yeah, it's like first our parents was like, I don't know. But then we would get into trouble, fight in the streets, just doing things. And so some of the parents at our church was like, oh, that might be a great idea. Put our kids in this Christian school, and maybe it might help them. So all the damn seventh graders and below went to that damn school that next fall. I'm talking about miserable, miserable, miserable. So I went to this grade school. I mean, I went to this junior high. There was no dress code. So mind you, we barely got the minimum in our home all these years. I call us po broke five broke, po, just that's how that's what I call it. Once I got older and realized that we was really not doing that well. And so they had like a uniform, basically like khakis, it wasn't no really fancy uniform. It was kind of basic. So I went from not really having the nice brands of clothes to junior high wearing these outfits. It was weird because I really wasn't into style, and then I was also a tomboy at the time, so I didn't like the dresses and all that kind of shit. So then after 2 years of that Christian school, because it was from preschool to senior year, that's how it was. Yeah, preschool to 12th grade. Yep. The Christian school was preschool to 12th grade. But I lasted 2 years and got kicked out because, again, I was a fighter. I was always fighting and getting in trouble. I was always in in-house detention. They used to try to whoop us with these boards that says stop. It was like a paddle board, and on both sides it says stop. It was like a white paddle board. Was it white or was it red? I think it was a red. Yep, I think it was a red paddle board. It was thick too. And on both sides it says stop in capital letters, really big. And so if we didn't want the paddle, then we had to go into in-house detention for a week. And we had to read the Bible from Genesis 1 to as far as we could go in a week. And that's what we did all day. We went to break, we went to lunch, to the bathroom, back to detention, read the Bible. I mean, I knew the Bible so well when I was younger. I could quote you any scripture in the Bible. That's how well I knew the Bible because of that shit. It was like either the paddle or you're going to read the Bible. And not just read the Bible, we have to read it out loud. Oh my God. Y'all. Okay, so let's get to high school. So after 8th grade, I got kicked out. My brothers were still in the school because they were younger. But then I had to choose a high school. And I was in like 5 different neighborhoods because we kept moving. So I didn't really know a lot of the people in the neighborhood I was in when I was about to turn into the 9th grader. So at church, I'm just talking to some people. I'm like, what high school y'all go to? What high school y'all go to? Finally, somebody talked me into going to one of their, yes, they spanked us, Clyde. Well, they didn't spank me. Because, we had a choice. We had a choice. Because it was like this. They at first used to just spank. Like the little kids, they were spanking them. They really ain't got no say so. You know, they little kids. They get the paddle. But us bigger kids, shit, they would have to fight us. I'm telling you. They would have to fight us to paddle us. So, if we was from the hood, you ain't about to hit us. And now our parents was up. They were like, okay, this school is good for you. It's going to make you a better person. And all this kind of stuff. When I tell you, and it was weird because the school, everybody, but not the hood people, not us, but all the other kids there, when I say they had money, they had nice fancy cars, the kids had nice jewelry, expensive watches, shoes, clothes. I mean, they were doing so well. And then you had us from the projects, like the kids from the hood and from the projects, we rolling up in there, all these thugs and shit. Like all the dudes was like gang members, right? So the area that we came from, everybody was Crips. So all the dudes was like gang members. So it's like, just imagine. So it was kind of hard. It was kind of difficult. I mean, everybody up there talking all proper. And what's your name? Where you from? I'm from James Street. I'm from Lother Block. I'm from where are you from? And one day I went to a pool party of one of the girls who went to the Christian school. And they stayed clear way out in some beautiful neighborhood. They had the underground pool. I mean, the house was lavish. And then I come back home to our poor little house. So it was a shock, going to that school, and none of us really fit in. So after a couple of years, most of us was kicked out. So anyway, high school came around. I finally decided on what high school I was going to go to. So me not really being into fashions and being a tomboy and not really having no nice threads growing up, didn't get put into these uniforms for junior high at the Christian school. I really didn't have no, shopping experience per se or no style and fashion. So I called my ass going to buy me some clothes for high school. Child, when I tell you, I really thought I was doing some shit. I don't know if y'all remember these tennis shoes back in the day. They was called Jordache. And they came in high tops. And they came from Payless. Or I think you could also get them from like Target. Maybe. Could you get them from Target? Or was that the half price store? This was way before Walmart, all the kind of stuff. Jordache. I thought I was the shit. I walked up in that school first day. First of all, the school I went to, I didn't know it was all Bloods, and I'm coming from all Crips neighborhoods and friends and all this. Cause I had the wrong colors on. Then I looked at all the gear from all the kids that was there, and I'm like, they got Nikes and K Swiss and Reebok, and I mean, just all kind of really nice, nice clothes. I mean, Jabot, Z Cavaricci, Pepe, Guess. I mean, they got all these designers and stuff. And I'm coming up in there with the cheapest threads you can find in a store and some Jordache tennis shoes. And I mean, I about ran out the school. I just felt like, oh my God. Then people were picking on me. You know, it was this blood neighborhood, a whole bunch of bloods. I mean, the school was just blood territory, and the neighborhood where the school was blood territory. And I'm telling my friends, how the fuck y'all, why are we at this school? Because where we came from in the projects and our neighborhood and everything, everybody was Crips. So the people who convinced me to go to the school, because that's where they went, they was like, well, this is the only school we can get a bus to. What? when I tell you, I was like, are y'all got to be kidding me? It's like, this is the only school we can get a bus to. Otherwise, we have to catch the city bus or we have to walk. And none of our parents had cars. So they couldn't take us to school. I was like, oh my God, it was awful. It was awful. But I went there 4 years. So obviously, I ended up liking it or staying or whatnot. But it was difficult. I remember getting put in a locker when I say locker, y'all know I'm a thick woman now, so y'all know how small I had to be in 9th grade, right? I was put in a locker because my locker was right next to this blood, and I'm always wearing my blue this. I'm blued up every day. Didn't nobody fuck with me though. Didn't nobody fuck with me because you got certain ways about yourself. It's kind of like walking into a jail. Certain ways you gotta act. So nobody think you know punk or nothing like that. And I had a lot of friends there on top of that. And then I had family there on the other side of the tracks who were Bloods. So I had family from the Blood neighborhoods by the school, and I had family members who stayed in North Omaha. Excuse me. But they was on the other side of the family. They were like my grandma's sister's grandkids. So I had Bloods in my family and Crips. So didn't nobody fuck with me at the school. But this one dude, he was always teasing and I think he really liked me. You know how dudes be, they like you, but they fuck with you. And he picked me up and carried me down the hall over his shoulders because he was like, you ain't gonna keep talking like that and all that. We could, blood, whatever. And I was like, fuck you, nigga, shit. You ain't nobody, motherfucker. Not knowing he was like one of the biggest Bloods on the South. I mean, oh my God. To this day, I know his mother because we ended up meeting years later in our hip hop line dance team. And when we spoke about certain things, she was like, oh my God, you went to school with my kids? And I was like, yeah, your son is such and such, such and such. Man, when I told her what happened, she said, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I'm ashamed. I was like, it ain't no big deal now. But yeah, it was, it was crazy. So I quickly realized that I had to change the way I dressed in order to fit in a little bit more because I was always getting teased. And I started kind of dressing like, the rest of the kids in there. Now, of course, we were poor, right? So I ended up wearing all the fashions, right? So I'm gonna just leave that. Y'all can think what you want to think in between there. Yeah. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna just say that. But anyway, yeah. So that is a little portion of my life that I shared before, but some people probably never heard it. But yeah, I was like, my childhood was so many different things. I can't even put it in one word. It was just living with a lady who thought she was the next thing to Jesus, and then living with a stepfather who was like the coolest dude. Like people, ask your dad, tell your dad stop by, and we did all kind of shit, and people love hanging out with my dad because of the shit that he did in the streets. I'm gonna leave that there, and then my mother, they loved her Even though she was strict as hell to us, everybody thought my mom was so cool. I'm like, she ain't. She's mean. She's strict. They said, oh, your mother, she's just the sweetest, most beautiful lady. And child, I didn't get that sweet and beautiful and none of that shit till I was probably like 30 something. Cause I'm like, not my mama. I don't know who the fuck y'all talking about. I used to get my ass whooped almost every day from that woman right there. And sometimes it wasn't even warranted. So yeah. So when you say I had great parents, I say they were okay. They were all right. I mean, they made me who I am today. You know, we didn't have a perfect home. I didn't have the perfect nothing growing up. I just put it that way. It was a mixture of all kind of shit. Church, streets, uh having a lot of people around me who were in gangs, gang affiliation, drug dealers. I got somebody who's a pastor right now in my family, and they went to jail for like 10 years for murder back in the day. So I have a mixture of people in my family. But again, everything kind of molds you one way or another into who you are today. So overall, I say I think my parents did okay. I think they did okay. But yes, you said I got you. That's my upbringing in a nutshell. That's like the quick version. Okay, that's like the quick version because there is so much into what I've been through growing up, and in the streets and in church too. Shoot, church wasn't even perfect. I told y'all the other day how like some of y'all new to my channel wouldn't know this, but like 2 years ago, a guy wanted me to interview him, and he's in prison for life for the R word, not robbery, okay, and it ain't robbery, the other R word. And he went to my church. He was actually my pastor's son, and the interviews is on the hood table. It's like 4 interviews. He was in prison. Well, he's still in prison. So of course the interviews were prison phone calls. And I did like 4 of them, like 20 minutes each, for as long as they allowed him on the phone. And he did an interview with me, and it was called From the Pew to the Pen. That's what the interview is. So when I say church wasn't perfect either, it is what it is. But I just try to do the best I can and be the best parent I can to my boys after growing up the way I grew up, the good and the bad. I took that all into consideration when I was raising my boys. And I think they turned out great to me and to a lot of other people. But yep, so the oldest one, he'll be 26 in April, and the youngest one, Cam, and in the chat, Wavy, he'll be 22. And he was on the live this morning. Well, for y'all who watched the show this morning, he gonna run in there into my room and jump on the live, talking about my birthday the 10th, y'all. My birthday. Yeah, some of y'all probably heard him. I was like, Phil, get out of here and get off my live. But yeah. So that's that on that, y'all. Hold on, we got somebody in the background. Is that a pimp? Is that
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's up,
What's up?
Pastor? I'm a
Yeah.
PIMP. Hey, you don't want
Hey,
to know
hey.
about me?
I don't know what you heard about me, but I'm more like Jay-Z. What'd he say? He said, I'm a pimp by blood, now relation.
Right,
Y'all
right.
beat your son, I'll replay some. What?
Wood. And I
Nigga,
just
what I
brought,
heard that, and I was like, that's my theme song for life.
I know, right? And I
I'm a
just
pimp
dropped
by blood.
the link for anybody else who wants to jump in on the panel. But what's up, Carmel?
Nothing much. I thank y'all for your prayers because I'm feeling a whole lot better. A whole
Oh,
lot better.
that's great. I'm glad you're feeling better. We
I
need
I
to see
am.
your ass on here, your crazy ass. Oh,
I've been trying. You know how long I've been dealing with that, and I've been trying to just get right and you know I finally went and got the head CT, and I guess I got cysts and polyps in my sinus cavities.
Oh, so you gotta
So
have
I
like
am gonna have to
surgery?
have surgery eventually.
Okay, okay, okay.
I haven't had, I mean, I had a sinus surgery years and years ago,
Mm.
but I ain't had one since like 2007. So I think I'm overdue.
Oh yeah. Well, you got to keep us posted. Let us know if you need anything. Let us, let me know the day, and just
Yeah,
keep us
I
posted
will.
if you
I
got you.
thank you. I mean, just the prayers alone, and people wishing me well. I that trust me, y'all don't know how much that helps.
It does. It means a great deal. And shoot, we were just talking about me being raised up in church and on the streets at the same time. And one thing I always remember from church is when two or three are gathered together. The
I mean, I
more
mean,
prayers, the more, I firmly believe
and
that.
like my daddy used to say, somebody prayed over me.
Yes,
He
yes.
always say that. And somebody prayed over me, and I look back on my life, and I'm like, there were so many times that Lord knows I could have been in jail, I could have been dead, anything.
Especially where we from. Shit.
Girl,
Everybody was dying left and right or going to jail when we was growing up.
man,
Shit.
it was it was truly a war. People don't understand Omaha, because we are smack dab in the center of the country. That is exactly why they set up shop here,
Yep.
and
Just like
we
in the
were.
movie Belly. Just like in the movie Belly. That shit was
Yeah, I
real. Like
hated
people would
Belly.
come
I
from the east
fucking
and the west coast and they would come right here to the center and do all their
right,
drills, bring all their gangs. It was like right
because
here.
we was on that I-80 pipeline, and
Yep.
we right smack in the middle of the country.
Yep.
And then people was like, "Who would think to go to Nebraska and set up?" Well,
Mhm.
somebody smart did.
Somebody smart did, and they made a whole bunch of money because it was like 1 minute. Omaha just seemed all you growing up and you playing outside. Next thing you know, it's crackheads everywhere.
Girl, fights.
Crackheads everywhere. Like
I grew up
murders
down the street
every
from North. I
day.
literally
I'm like, damn.
Now I grew up down the street from North High, and for
Oh
the
yeah.
longest, North was a rough school before they
Yeah.
turned it into a magnet.
Yep. It sure
But
was.
North was rough, and that was even before gangs got there.
Mm-hmm.
And once some gangs got there, I'm telling you, because I lived directly down the street from there, I saw so much shit happening right before my eyes. So like when all them gangs start coming, I seen all of it. Cause
Mm-hmm.
they would leave the school grounds and then come down the street to fight and do all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So they right in front of my house
Mm-hmm.
doing this shit. And I'm looking out the window at them. Seeing people get jumped. I seen a boy get beat so bad, all he had left of his sweatshirt was the collar.
Damn.
Literally. That was all he had left of his sweatshirt.
That sound like Kiki, that girl I had beat up.
Lord.
Beat her
Was
ass
you
right
part
out
of
her
this?
damn clothes.
Look, was you one of them motherfuckers I seen? I've seen bitches. Well, I've seen females get. I mean, of course, they rip them shirts
But
and
you don't
get.
try. When I was
Yeah,
fighting that particular girl, I didn't purposely take her. I mean, you just be fighting, you be grabbing
yeah.
head,
I'm just saying, but
grabbing
I
clothes,
mean,
yeah.
chest fall out, and of course, dudes always, yeah, let the titties fly out. That
And
ain't
then
what
we
we
was
doing
fighting at a
here.
basketball court, and it was niggas standing all around, and her boobs and everything was flying all over the place. But shit, I didn't give a fuck. I kept on beating that bitch.
Like that was you missing the point here, bruh. You missing it. That ain't what we doing here.
And then after the fight was over, I turned around. I was like, "Check, hey, back to the game, back to the
Look.
basketball game."
And then after I left from down on 37th Street, I moved over with my dad on Kansas. Hell, we had
Oh
Rocket Park at the
shit, you
bottom
stayed
of
over
the
there.
street.
You stayed over there by
We,
my piece, by my family.
We had Rocket Park right at the bottom of the hill. So, and I know you done heard about Rocket Park and how we got down over there.
Yeah, yeah.
Rocket Park, man, if you was around this motherfucker in the 80s and early 90s, everybody know how Rocket Park got down.
Hmm.
And now that, I truly seen some niggas getting whooped
Yeah,
over
that's
there.
why it used to amaze me. Like when I was growing up, well, when we was growing up in Nebraska, in Omaha, and I would like it first started when I was working at telemarketing, and people would say, "Where are you at?" And you can tell when people. Well, most of the times you can tell if somebody's black or white on the phone.
Yep.
And
And
so it
people
was
be like, you can't
I was
tell. Yes, I can.
and they was like, "Where you at? Where I'm calling?" I'm like, "Omaha, Omaha. There's black people in Omaha." I'm like,
Of
"Boy,
course.
I done heard that a million times as a telemarketer." But then when I hear the shit, like even now on YouTube, and people be coming in my chat like, "It's black people in Omaha." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Y'all
Like,
really didn't know this?
like I be telling
You
people,
didn't,
y'all need to check Omaha history, y'all, because
right. You didn't know Malcolm X was
it
from
was
here,
a
baby?
war zone. It was a war zone up here for years growing up.
I
Like,
mean, and people don't realize they can go back and look, and they can look this up. And I know you know, it got so bad here in Omaha, the gang violence. Remember they had that shit, was it 60 Minutes or one of them TV shows came and did a documentary with the gang. Remember they was down there at the Edmondson Center at Champagne's dad place down there in Fonnell Park,
right.
and they was interviewing gang members.
I don't know if it was.
I don't
It
know if
was
it
one
was
of them.
60
It was
Minutes,
2020. It was 2020 or 60 Minutes. It was one of them.
but it was a big news thing.
Yeah.
And, and I mean, of course, the good folks in Omaha, they was embarrassed, but I didn't give a shit. I thought it was
I
like,
ain't
hey,
give a shit either because I'm like, shit, we out there in the streets. We
okay. I'm
on
like,
the
shit, we on the news, y'all. Look, that's my homeboy so and so. That's what. Look at them.
Oh
I
my
mean,
God. Like, we on the map. But
right? Okay, look, they look at me, and I mean, but it was. I mean, looking back at it as an adult, as a parent, it is like, damn, that
it was
was
bad. I'm glad we survived. It's a lot of us that didn't.
it.
And,
It
and the retaliation was bad back then. Like
man,
as soon as somebody got murdered, you knew it was somebody dropping either that night or the next day. Like the retaliation
or
was
remember
off.
they would go to motherfuckers' funerals and do shit.
Yes, like when my one of my cousins had passed away, he was a blood, and I mean they had the whole that funeral home on Bedford, like 33rd, right there by the hill going up to Adams, that church right there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Up the
yeah,
street from the club. The club ain't there no more, but
yeah.
yeah,
I know what
okay.
you're
So
talking
that
about.
church, they had it surrounded. Like how it'd be like you have a chain of people holding hands. It wasn't like
Yep.
that holding hands, but that's how the police was around the church.
Yeah,
It
it
was.
was.
It was.
People
It
don't
was
know.
crazy.
It was for real. I mean, people gotta understand. We had people coming from New York, Chicago. We
L.A.,
had LA,
Cali,
especially LA and Chicago. Then you had people coming up from the
don't forget
South.
Kansas City.
I was about to say Kansas City. You had people coming from Detroit.
Yep.
You had people coming from everywhere, coming here to set up in our city. And
Remember
then
this
people be,
dude named L.A.? You remember
uh-uh,
L.A.?
uh-uh.
There's a dude named L.A. who was from L.A. and he
No.
was one of the ones who had migrated back in the 80s here. That nigga
Mm,
was so fucking fine. But everybody was scared of that nigga. Everybody was scared of him because I mean he was from LA and all the dudes he hung around with. But yeah, he was one of those people who had migrated here with a lot of the gangs from LA. And was like, what
mm-hmm.
the fuck is you doing in Omaha? I got business here. All right.
Right. That's all I need to know. You
All
said it.
right.
Okay. I believe you.
I believe you. I believe you. But yeah, LA, I never forget that nigga because he was so violent. Damn, that's what the niggas look like in Cali. L.
Right, right.
But let me answer some of these comments in the chat. We just up here talking. But I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat who is
Hey, people.
commenting.
Hi.
The people who actually drop down, our drop down crew. We gotta come up with a name for the people in the chat.
Hmm.
The drop down crew. I don't know. We gotta come up with something because people
I'll
be up in
figure
the
something out.
clouds, up in the bushes, just watching.
Yeah, we do have lurkers. You know how we used to call them up there in Proud to Be. We had lurkers.
Girl. But what's up, dear self? Clyde. Me and Clyde been talking back and forth throughout the chat. Who else in here? Rosetta. What's up, Rosetta? That's
Hello.
Cisco's sister or homegirl or good friend.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Yeah, you know her friend that jumps on the phone. I mean, jumps on the live
I
sometimes.
think she was on here last week when I
Yes,
jumped on.
yes. We had some good commentary last week when she was talking to us and stuff. But yep. But yes, thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like and share. Like and share. And oh yeah, Sislo told y'all this morning, but we did hit 5K on the main The Hood Table channel. We got like yes, yes.
Oh man.
So
Look,
I said
look. I'm gonna say this. 2 years ago, we was trying to hit 100 people.
I know.
Two little old years ago.
It was actually longer than that. It was 4 years. We started this channel in 2000. What is it?
You might have started then. I wasn't on here then.
No,
because remember
you weren't on here then. You weren't on here then. That was me. Me and Samantha had started.
I was gonna say you and Samantha had started, and then you asked me to join.
Yep.
But yeah, but even then we were still trying to get 200 people.
Yes, because I was on the Tanya's PrimeTime TV channel, and the Tanya's PrimeTime TV, I still upload and record from over there. That is my baby because that is my first YouTube channel. But I wanted that channel to be more focused on TV show reviews and things like that. That's why it's Tanya's PrimeTime TV,
Yeah.
TV. But I wanted the Hood Table to be for just, our motto has always been from the hood to the White House. Like everything. I didn't want it to be censored. I didn't want it to be, you know what I mean? So I wanted to have two different channels. So after I got the Tanya's PrimeTime monetized, that's when we started focusing on the Hood Table. And now that we got the Hood Table up to 5K, I'm back trying to get the subscribers up on Tanya's PrimeTime. I want that to get up there to 5K too. And then our backup, the Hood Table channel, which is the Hood Table 402, I want that to get up to 5K too. So right now we are working on the Hood Table backup channel and Tanya's PrimeTime TV. So those are the two channels that we're live on all the time now. So I'm just trying to
tell your friends to come and meet us.
We've been doing pretty good the last week though, sis, because I'll be like, dang, is anybody gonna find us over here on these channels? But people been sliding through and sharing us out and shouting us out.
That's what I'm talking about. We appreciate all the love, all of it.
Yes,
we appreciate it. Definitely. And we definitely appreciate those of you who join in the conversation, whether you jump on the link or whether you are talking to us through the chat. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
We love that. We love having conversations with people who are not necessarily here in our city or grew up in our city, because we want to know what's going on worldwide.
Yep. And the interaction is everything. That's why I said we got to come up with a title for our people who drop down in the chat. Like I said, I can go with the drop down crew, but we can come up with another name.
We the drop it low. That's our drop it low crew.
Drop it low. Hey, that's what's up.
Drop it low crew. Hey.
That's the drop it low crew. Hey.
That's what I'm talking about. See there, look at there. I'm always, man.
We ghetto.
I'm an idea person. I always come up with the ideas. I may not come up with the follow through, but But I got all the ideas.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, yes. But girl, like we're gonna have a celebration. At the end of this month, we're gonna have a celebration. I think I'm gonna do it on the. I think I planning for the 20. Let's see.
Girl, we supposed to
Actually,
do my
no.
2-year anniversary last year and we never did it.
I know, girl. You know what?
But that's because I
Was that
had
the anniversary thing, or was that the? No, that was the million thing. That was a million views. Remember? And we
it
never
was
did it.
that, and then but there was something else. It was like my anniversary, but it was okay. What happened was my anniversary, my 2-year anniversary, was that November, but Mama had died,
Mhm.
so we pushed it back. But
That
I
was the
still
million.
do.
That was the million view thing, and we pushed it back.
Well, we still ain't ever did that
Because
either.
I had it on the StreamYard schedule for weeks and weeks and months. Then finally, I just deleted it. Cause I said
But I told you could have did it.
I deleted it because I mean it was going through a lot, and I can't have no million view party without your ass here. Like, I mean, come
You
on.
you could have did it. I mean, trust me, I would have understood perfectly.
Nope, nope. Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it.
Well, I appreciate the loyalty. I'll take that. I'll
You
take
know
that.
how we. Hey. I'm up here. I'm up here hitting my chest with my fist now to the heart. Hey, you know how he is, nigga. You know how he is. But yeah. So the party or the celebration, I should say, I might have to have you slide on me too, Karma Diva.
Okay,
You might have to slide on me and do it here with me.
that's cool. I don't go many places, but I'll slide over there. That's cool.
Yeah, I want to do it on the 3rd. So let me know what your schedule looking like.
Third of what? March.
Yep,
Okay,
yep. That's one
that should
month
be
from
cool.
today. Yep,
As
because
long as it ain't my
I want to
birthday
make sure
weekend.
I want to order merchandise. So I want to make sure I got my merchandise here. Because I'm gonna be giving away the hood table merchandise from Teespring. So that's gonna take
Hmm.
like a couple of weeks to get that in. And then I'm gonna order stuff from off of Amazon. And then I'm also gonna be doing cash prizes, cash out prizes. So that's why I'm setting it up for a month from now. And that'll
I
give me time to get
decided
it
that I
all.
am going to sell T-shirts
Uh-huh.
for Omaha Day and for Juneteenth.
Oh, really? Now, are you going to make them yourself, or are you gonna order them?
I haven't figured that out.
Because if you're about to get a t-shirt business, you might as well buy that shit. Shoot, put it at home in one of your rooms, or put it in the basement somewhere. Set up
Yeah,
shop.
I thought about buying one of those Cricut machines and doing it.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if I got the patience for doing all of that.
Well, don't you need one of those steamers too? I mean, I ain't never made a t-shirt in my life, but don't
I
you need
don't
like
know.
steamer? The t-shirt press, they ain't called the press.
What a Cricut machine has. There's two different Cricut machines, I believe. There's one that like cuts out the pattern, and then one that like steams it.
Okay, see,
So,
I like the steamer. Okay,
but
whatever one they use at the damn stores. That's the one I like because sometimes I have bought T-shirts from people and the hood table you can't really tell, but our logo it has like a little gold stream going down the
mm,
microphone.
yeah,
And somebody made me some T-shirts one time, and they had to like tape it on, not tape it on, but like I don't know how they got the shit on there. It just was, and then it came off. The whole thing just lifted up like it was a piece of
oh,
put like tape on your t-shirt or tape on your shirt.
oh
And you
no,
fill it
no,
up. That's how the
mm,
design did. It was like
no,
when
I
I
don't
order
know
from
they.
companies, like when I order from Teesprings or from the place at the mall, it's like in the
Yeah,
shirt. You know what I mean? It's like part of the shirt and not like
and
on
then see that
top.
makes me want to go ahead and go to Teespring and just say, you know what, here. let's. This is
Yeah,
how I
because that
want to
shit
do
that people
home.
be putting on the shirt, like the press ons and stuff, that stuff don't always stay on. So that's why
And
I
I
really
mean,
don't
I
like it.
want to do local business, and support local business, but I want to have good merchandise.
Right. But
I
if you
want.
gonna do there is somebody, okay, I'm gonna talk to, because this year is our my high school class reunion, and we got somebody who's working with somebody for the t-shirts locally. So I'll find
Mm,
out who they working with, and then I'll give you that information.
okay.
Uh-oh,
'Cause
somebody about to get pulled over.
I hear
You
y'all
hear it?
setting it
Whoop,
off
whoop,
over
whoop,
there.
whoop, 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 whoop.
I hear y'all setting it off over there.
Girl, the police, that you weren't here. Was you here? No, was that this morning? Yep, that was this morning. I was telling people how the cops came over the other night because my neighbors, they had the cops at their house like 2 times in a row. Like literally, the cop came 1 hour and they came back like another hour later. And
Damn.
so, yeah, and so I was in my office and I hear a boom, 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 boom on the door, and I see these lights. You know when the police outside, you see the
Yeah.
flashlights, you see the car lights, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? What's going on? And so I peel back the blinds and I'm looking, and they got the light right in my face.
Uh-uh.
And they like, did you call? I said, no, I ain't call y'all. And they, the police ain't trying to hear that because, like I was trying to explain to bro this morning, he said they can't come to your house without no. If you call the police and you hang up,
They gonna
or when you
come.
get there you say I'm okay, they can't just. They ain't supposed to just leave you like that.
They come in, they say, well, can we check?
Exactly. That's what they do. And even like when my fire alarm used to go off connected to my ADT, and if I didn't get to the phone in time and they came to the door and I'm like, oh, I'm fine. They'd be like, I'm sorry, ma'am, but we're already here. Can we just make sure? And that's the fire department. So I ain't mad at them. But in the things that be going on these days, I didn't want no police in my house. So I said, you know what? I think the neighbor probably called you guys. I'm yelling through the window because they
Mm-hmm.
were like okay, but they wasn't leaving. They was shining the light around my house in the yard, and I said, you know what? Oh yeah, the people next door, they had y'all out here twice already. I said that gotta be them that called you, and they said okay, we'll try. And that's when they left, and they went next
Right.
door. And the neighbors let them right in, so they were the ones who called, but they were just at the wrong house.
Yeah,
But
they
I was
would do
like,
that. I mean, because and people have to think too. They do that because what if you were in there getting beat up?
and that's what I told bro. I said, do you know how many times people that probably call the cops and somebody standing behind the door with a gun to them
Right. They
or a
standing
knife?
there with a gun or a knife to them, and you like, no, I'm okay. And you
Yeah.
trying to signal with your damn eyes,
Hmm.
and then they leave, and this motherfucker go nuts and kill you.
Right. And
But
I'm peeking in through the blinds. Now, mind you, I have no idea why the cops was already at the neighbor's house twice. But I do remember the lady, it's an older lady, and she has an older son. He probably in his 40s, and she looked like she might be in her 60s. And
mm,
the second time they came, he was out on the porch yelling, I don't know what's wrong with her. I mean, he was going off to the police. So
mm,
how do I know what the fuck they said to the police to get them to come back out? And then they came to my house thinking I'm the house. So they could have said, oh, they hit me or they got a weapon or you know what I'm saying? So
right.
I'm glad I thought quick. I was like, oh, the neighbors, they probably called you. Because
We
I
got
ain't
a black meteorologist.
yeah, what? Carmel
I don't
Diva.
be watching the news. Shit.
Carmel Diva. You know what? Let me tell you something,
I
girl.
need to start watching because
Let me no 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 no. Let me tell you something, girl.
I be looking through like I put it like this. I look at the news on like I have KETV on my phone. So like the highlights of the day will pop up on my phone. And it'll how KETV have, oh, this for the stories of the day, blah 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 blah. And that's what I look at.
Uh,
Because then I can skip over all that doom and gloom shit.
Let me tell
Shut
you
up,
something.
boy.
This what I'm about to tell you though. You know our homegirl Kim, right?
Yeah.
like a year ago, she posted on Facebook and said, "Why y'all didn't tell me we had a black meteorologist?" And
See,
everybody,
I'm with you. I'm
but this
with
was a year
Lawson.
ago. This was a year ago when
I'm with Lawson on that.
she asked that a year ago, and he had been there for months when she asked. So everybody under her post was like, "Where the hell you been? We been having a black
I'm looking at
meteorologist."
these motherfuckers on the news right now. I don't know none of their
Oh,
faces.
oh my god! So you
Who is these motherfuckers? This the
so you
junior
don't know
crew?
the lady? You don't know the black lady with the bald head either?
I heard
The
about her.
black lady
That's
with the real short
Waverly.
hair?
Now
That's
I
Waverly.
remember
She got
Waverly.
cancer. Yeah, she
Oh,
got
she
cancer.
does.
Yeah, she got cancer. She announced it like a long time ago, like 8 months ago, and
Oh,
she shaved
I
her
just
head
remember
bald.
somebody tell. Okay, they just showed her picture just now. They flashed it, but I
Yeah,
remember somebody else talking about it because I just remember she had beautiful, thick.
she had
Just
beautiful hair,
her
and
hair
she
was just
shaved it
thick
off.
and nappy, and she just let it wave proudly, and I was
Hold
happy.
on, hold on. I'm gonna tag you. I'm gonna tag you in Kim's post. I just found it. Hold up.
Oh God.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold on.
But yeah, I
Rakim.
was so happy. I loved watching her because unlike everybody else, she wore her natural hair and she wore it proudly.
Hold up.
And
I'm
I
typing
was
it.
cool with that. I guess, because I'm a natural sister myself. I was like, hey, I get it.
I just tagged you in the post.
Oh God.
Okay, so this is from, I thought it was like 6 or 8 months ago, but it was actually a year ago. It was January 10th, 2022. She said, "Now y'all know I'm always late, but when did KU get an African American weatherman?" She said, hashtag where's Bill?
Right. And my son, he be like, you know how you can tell the what? He said, you tell the what? He said, you don't look at the degrees on the channel. You look at Bill Ramby's shirt sleeves. I was like, what? He said, if they down all the way, the weather good. If they pulled
Yes,
up to his elbow,
then it's
it's
about to
getting
be some
bad.
shit. It's about to
If
be
they
like
all
10
the way
feet of
up,
snow.
we in for some shit. I
It's
was
about to
like,
be 10 feet of snow. When he rolled them sleeves up do the weather, we know we about to get 6 to 12 feet. 6 to 12 feet.
and it used to piss me off, like when I didn't have cable or nothing. And it be, man, he would be cutting into shows and it was always a good show.
Uh-huh.
And it'd be like, woo, okay, we're sorry for cutting in. No, you ain't. You were just
Uh-uh.
on here 2 minutes ago. Ain't shit happened.
They will cut in every 5, 10 minutes. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Like, ain't shit happened. Wait
Yeah.
another few minutes. Let me see who the fuck this woman finna beat up, and then you come back.
But yeah, that's our black meteor. You know she gonna comment too. She like, damn, this I just got a message from this post, and this shit happened over a year ago. That shit was so funny, girl. It's like 20 comments under her thing. But I just tagged you, so if you get a notification, it's from me tagging you on her post.
Okay.
Yeah, but they said in Rayford, Rayford, the homeboy, he said, brother
Yeah,
man
I
don't
know.
seem to he said, brother man don't seem to take a day off either. He said he
I
don't
ain't
seem to
seen
take.
I ain't seen Rayford in a while. He live up the street from my grandparents' house.
Was that a hint towards slavery? Because he said, brother man don't seem to take days off.
Or do he even get days off? Mm.
Oh, girl. And then Kim
Hashtag, let's look
said,
into that.
after a whole bunch of comments, she said, but none of y'all answered my questions. Where is Bill?
Julie said, look, Bill, we done been on this damn channel for 40 years.
Oh, no.
It's time to go.
Girl, and then Nikki, our one of our line dance instructors, she said he's the black Bill.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Girl, that shit was so
Wait a
funny.
minute. Do you remember Mr. Bill from
Mr. Bill?
Saturday Night Live?
Mr. Bill. We talking about that crazy comedian, what's
No.
his name?
Mr. Bill was a segment kind of, he had
Oh,
he was like the little clay doll, the little clay like clown looking thing.
oh no, I don't remember. I have to
And
see him. I have to see him.
Eddie Murphy used to voice him. It was like a claymation thing. That shit used to be so funny.
Oh
Cause
yeah, I'm gonna
Mr.
have to
Bill
see him.
would always get fucked up. He would
All right,
he
Denzel
always
says he'll
got
be
fucked
right
up.
back. All right, Dale
You
said we
said
just talk. We just shooting the shit. We just shooting the shit. That's all.
who
But
said what?
Papa Diva, I told dear self. She said she'll be right back. I said we'll be here just
Oh,
still
okay.
shooting the shit. But did you have any topics you want to discuss tonight? Because I had a few that I thought were kind of
Um,
interesting. I did put some in our chat, our private chat.
I saw where they had that shooting at Target. I was a day late on that.
Girl,
But
why
and
was
it was
I at
crazy because me and my son had been sitting here talking and I don't even remember what we were talking about. But
Let me pull it
at
up. Keep
some point
talking.
he was supposed to take me to the doctor. He was gonna drop
Okay.
me off and then he was gonna go to Target.
Uh huh.
And I mean it wouldn't have been that Target, but still just the thought that my babies were going to be in a store
Right.
where somebody who the police, the FBI literally all had this boy on their radar. And it was so sad the way they took him out because he didn't even, that boy never let off a shot. He never let off a shot. And they shot him down in that store. He wasn't threatening nobody. He wasn't pointing a gun at nobody. But
Hold on
be,
one second.
I think because this is my opinion, but I think because they had been dealing with him for so long, it was easier to take the shot than it would have been to try to calm him down, find a facility to get him treatment in, find some charges to stick to him. It was easier to do it that way. And it's just sad.
Hey, Slow.
Hey y'all, I'm sorry I'm late.
Hey, oh shit, I was late too.
Hey, beautiful with two L's.
Hey, how you doing?
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Y'all can start the party now. I hear, like my grandbaby say when he
The
come in the
party
door.
don't start till
Grandma,
I walk
I
in, you see. Here I go.
hear. Yeah,
What's
look.
up? What's up? What's up? I was just pulling the I was just pulling that link up
Story
so
up.
I could so I could show it. Hey Sislo, how you doing?
But yeah, I think that's terrible. That boy never let a single shot off. He was not pointing a gun at anybody. I mean, no, you don't walk into a fucking store with a AR-15.
Right.
But
Here it is.
the
Hold on.
police and the boy's uncle, he did an interview and he said, I have been trying for years. He said, now, first of all, he grew up in a very tough situation. He said, and it didn't help that, he's schizophrenic.
Uh-huh.
And he always talking about the cartel is after him to get him. They coming to get him. They
Oh
coming to get
shit.
him.
Well, let me
And
play this clip real quick so everybody can know what we're talking about because everybody might not know, but this is an Omaha Target shooting. It was Target. Was it
178th and
Target on
Center.
172nd?
178th and Center.
Yeah, 178th. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hit mute so y'all can hear it really good.
Okay.
Omaha police just provided a minute-by-minute timeline of the shooting inside the Southwest Target store Tuesday.
The entire ordeal lasted 17 minutes, and the shooter fired at least 8 times before police killed him. 32-year-old Joseph Jones showed up at 11:49 that morning with an assault-style rifle and 13 loaded magazines. He was in the store 7 minutes later, walking to this pharmacy. You see him in one of the security camera images. At 11:58, he pointed the rifle at an employee, fired a round in the air, then he fired 2 more times at the front of the store. He took off his coat a minute later, then fired the rifle at the self-checkout and a drink cooler. That's when the first 911 calls came in.
At noon, Jones fired multiple rounds in the entryway. He briefly left the store, then walked back in and fired another round. No one was hit by any of the gunfire. Officer Brian Vanderheiden and a state trooper encountered him at 12:05, 6 minutes after the first call for help. This is body camera image of that confrontation. Police say Jones refused 20 commands to drop the gun, screamed, "Come on," and said, quote, "I'll kill you." Vanderheiden fired once, killing Jones. Vanderheiden is a 20-year veteran on the force. He's on paid leave. State law requires a grand jury investigation.
So yeah, that was a little clip, but
So let me say this.
Go
So everything that I said, they went against. But if you go back to the very first interviews and reports, they were talking about he never fired a shot. He didn't point the weapon at nobody. But now that they've announced who the police officer was that killed him, now they talking about he went and fired and this and that, and he let off this many shots. Before, they were just saying he was ignoring commands.
Right. And it was
But
basically, from what I heard, it seemed like he wanted to be shot. Like
Yep.
he was,
It's
you know,
called
it was
suicide by cop.
Right.
Yep. So
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
I go back. I can retract what I said, but if you read the initial news reports, they were saying that he didn't point the gun at nobody. He was just walking around with it and
Well, that's what I had
yelling.
heard too. Yeah, that's what I had heard too. But you know how they is as far as child. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You already
And
know.
that's why I say, if you black, brown, or poor, they don't give a fuck about you.
And they will find some type of excuse to make sure. Now, I'm not saying that this man shouldn't have been shot, because I mean, when they went back to his crib, I mean, he had all kind of arsenal.
He was ready.
Yeah, he was ready, and they said
he didn't have to get ready. He was already ready.
He was ready. So maybe he did want to go out that way or something. But me, I'm like, some people are too cowardly to kill themselves. I don't care if they do got a damn mental issue, but they prefer to go out there and shoot at somebody or shoot somebody until police takes them down, because they can't do it themselves. But yeah, so that's one story I wanted to talk about. But then, did y'all hear about the nursing home lady? The old lady, y'all, who the nursing home thought passed away. Now, the title of the story on the news site is "Woman Mistakenly Pronounced Dead Was Found Alive in a Body Bag."
That happens a lot, though. It happens more than you think.
Girl, they said an Iowa care facility in Urbandale, Iowa, is facing $10,000 after mistakenly pronouncing a 66-year-old resident dead and having her transported to a funeral home where she woke up gasping for air in a body bag.
Wow.
Yes.
That happens.
Hold on, let me pull this video up, y'all, because I was like, y'all better watch out for you know what, Karma Diva? I know this happens a lot, but
it's still freaky.
Just think how freaky that sounded, and what if this is something that they do?
Shit, just imagine a damn funeral home worker. You sitting there thinking you about to prepare a dead body for viewing, and they looking at you.
But I'm saying, and I gotta be conspiracy. What if they do this? They put them in the bag, and they might not be dead, but they put them in the bag, then send them off, and then keep taking money. I'm thinking of just some conspiracy, like how you in a nursing home. First of all, in a nursing home, you're supposed to check all that kind of stuff, right? And then you're supposed to call a nurse or somebody from the outside to come in, like the what do you call it, the ambulance or the medic or medic, whatever. They supposed to check
Yeah, the
too.
EMT.
They just don't take your word and roll them out. They're supposed to verify that this person is dead. So how the fuck that
Right.
happened? But
They're
anyway,
supposed to be check. There's a checks and balance thing. It's supposed to be like triple. You know, you check, triple check.
triple
That's
check,
what they
right,
teach us.
right.
And
And I'm gonna let me play this
somebody's
video.
supposed to come behind you and check and make sure that that's
Exactly.
correct.
Exactly. And I'm gonna play this video clip real quick. It's only about a minute or so. And let me hit mute.
Well, Steve, this is Glen Oaks Alzheimer's Special Care Center in Urbandale, and tonight this facility is facing a $10,000 fine for mistakenly pronouncing one of its residents dead. Tonight, we have the timeline of the confusion. A report from the Iowa Department of Inspections and Appeals says a resident here at Glen Oaks Alzheimer's Special Care Center was placed in hospice care on December 28th and pronounced dead at 6 o'clock in the morning on January 3rd by a licensed practical nurse. The DIA report says a funeral director picked up the woman, who was thought to be dead, at the Urbandale facility just after 7:30, reported there were no signs of life, zipped up the resident in a cloth bag, and dropped her body off here at the Ankeny Funeral Home and Crematory within the hour. The DIA report says a funeral home employee unzipped the bag, saw the woman's chest moving, and then she gasped for air.
Just so you know, this female was transported there deceased, and she is not. They are in the chapel, and she is on a cot.
That's the call from an EMS worker after a funeral home employee called 911. The state's report says they were able to record a pulse and breathing, but there was no eye movement and no verbal response. The woman was taken to a hospital and then back to the nursing home, where she died less than 2 days later, with her family at her side, according to the report. Now, the DIA has issued 2 state violations leading up to that $10,000 fine. The executive director, Lisa Eastman, here at Glen Oaks, they sent us an email after we got the report. They say they are in close communication with the family, and they also added that all of their employees are trained to best support end-of-life care and the death of their residents. We're live in Urbandale. Bo Bowman, Casey.
What you mean to tell me it was a hospice nurse that declared them dead? Wow.
I was just about to say, I did not know pronounce somebody.
Your phone, your thing messing up.
It is. I'm sorry.
You might have to. Can you hear us?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. It's better now.
Oh, okay. I don't know what was happening, but I didn't know a LPN could pronounce somebody. I didn't know anybody less than a RN or a APRN could pronounce somebody dead.
I wonder if because it's an actual hospice center. Because like when my mother passed away, she was on hospice, and so even though we knew she passed away, we was there with her to her last breath. But of course, they can't say it until the hospice nurse gets there. So maybe because it was a hospice facility, but still, I'm like, that's
They still supposed to have a doctor sign off on that.
But 10,000? I mean,
yeah, that's
but I guess that's how much they are fined. But I guess the family could sue on top of that.
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
It starts
because that's
2 days later. Now, how they would know if that death was from her being in that bag and not able to breathe for a couple of hours? I don't know.
I guess it's kind of a good thing because they said it was a cloth bag.
Yeah.
I thought it would have been put.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those bags they put people in. But yeah, that's freaky. That's scary. That's like he could have been actually buried. I mean, or in a coffin. I mean, well, I guess she
That's
probably
what
would
they
have woke
used to
up
have
before
bells
then.
on. That's what they used
Oh yeah, they used to do that back in the day, huh? They used to
to,
put like a bell.
they would tie a string
Uh
to
huh.
the person's finger,
Uh huh.
and
Yeah, your fault. I think you're gonna have to go out and come back in, Carmel Diva,
for hell, okay,
because
I'll do it.
yeah, it's like sound like you underwater.
I don't know why. I'm just sitting here chilling.
Well,
Popsicles though.
I don't know, but yeah, just try to go out, come back in. Ooh, child. In my Tracy voice. Ooh, child. Ooh, sis loud.
Yeah, girl.
Sis loud.
You put on my mind.
Sis loud. Hey. Child, how's the movie going? Are you all settled in?
No,
Uh-oh.
not at all.
Child. Excuse me.
Not at all. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hold on.
Moving is hard. Moving is hard. Y'all, I didn't get a chance yet, but I wanted to make sure I give my condolences to Ricky Smiley. He recently lost his son, and his son passed away. What was it? A few days ago. Hold on, let me pull this up real quick. Oh Lord, let's see where I got it. Where I got it. Oh, here we go. Oh dang. I thought I had oh, there it is. I'll be having so many news stories and so many news reports, and I'll be putting them on a certain location, and sometimes I can't find them. But here we go. Okay. So Ricky Smiley, as most of the world knows already, he is mourning the loss of his sons, Brandon. His son Brandon, excuse me, he passed at 32. 32 years old, unexpectedly. He said that the day after learning that his son had died was even more heartbreaking than the day before. And he opened up about the grief that he and the rest of his family were experiencing. Brandon, his son, died on January 29th, and Ricky shared the tragic news and that he was traveling to Birmingham in a short Instagram video that day. And in the original video, he asked for prayers, but then shared more details about his son's passing. The comedian spoke about the emotions he was feeling the following day. He said, I just never thought I would be a member of an organization where you have to bury your kid. It's a terrible nightmare, he said. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. Then Ricky Smiley explained that when he first got the news that his son had died, he was taken off guard with the news. But a day later, the grief started to set in. He said, I didn't even cry at all the first day. I was just in shock. But today, the sadness is settling in, he said. Then it goes on to say, Ricky said that his other children, as well as his mother, were also heartbroken by Brandon's death. He shared that his mother had spoken to Brandon about going to church before he died, and hours after she texted him, he had died. He said that he was heartbroken not only for his son's death, but for his loved ones as well. I thank God for giving him to us, he said. I feel bad for my son's mother more than anything. I feel bad for her. For all the parents that have to bury their kids or had to bury their kids, I know what it feels like. Then he went on to say, he said he was thankful for the support that fans and loved ones had offered. He asked for fans to pray for Brandon's mother, siblings, and cousins before he signed off.
Here I
He
come to
also
save the day.
said, he also said, Thank you for all your prayers and your concerns. He said near the end of the video, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, the outpouring of love and support for us. I'm going to be okay, but reality is setting in this morning. This morning is different from yesterday. There's some other kind of stuff right here where I feel like someone is stomping on my chest. And that
Who
is
was
what
that?
That was Ricky Smiley. What do you have to say about the passing of his
Um.
son?
So what happens? Okay, I missed all of that. What did his son pass from? I did see that his son passed, and it broke my heart when I watched that video of him.
Well,
It.
excuse me, the last I saw was that it was still unknown, but they said foul
Mhm.
play was not suspected.
Mm. I wonder if there's
It
like a
was an
drug
unexpected
overdose.
death, but unexpected death, but they don't know the cause right now, and they're not suspecting foul play. So, um, yeah, and that was on I think I said January 29th when that happened. But they
So
said
yeah,
the
that would have been like
Jefferson County
Sunday.
Coroner Office, um, the Jefferson County Coroner Office reported that Brandon was found unresponsive inside his residence by a friend at 10:07 a.m. He was taken to a local hospital and was pronounced dead at 10:52 a.m. The chief deputy
Damn.
coroner, Bill Yates, said an autopsy performed early Monday found no evidence of trauma or foul play, and that the cause of death is still pending additional laboratory studies. So they don't
Mm.
know right now.
Well, my prayers go out to Ricky Smiley
Yeah.
and all of their family and friends and supporters. That's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking when you lose anybody,
Hmm.
but I I don't even want to imagine losing a child
I don't
at
either.
any
I wouldn't
age.
wish that on, like he said, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. I just, whoo, child, your parents and your children, but your child, a
Right.
child.
It was. I mean, my family, we lost somebody earlier this week. Um, she would have been a great. I mean, she was married to my grandmother's first cousin. But you know how it is when you done married in the family and y'all got four, five, six kids. Even though y'all may divorce, that's
Yeah.
still cousin so and so. I don't
Mhm.
care who else they remarry or whatever. That's cousin so and so.
Right.
And that's the way she was. Even though she had passed away. I
Uh-huh.
mean, she had remarried. My cousin had remarried, but it didn't matter. Whenever we seen her, we still showed her the respect that was due her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
um,
that's very tragic. I mean, God knows. I shoot, I don't even know. I mean, you say I don't even think I could survive. You say these things like, if my child died, I don't think I could go on. I don't think I could survive. I don't think, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just like something you created, something you carried for 9 months. It's just, I wouldn't wish that
I
on
don't want to
nobody.
imagine that. Just like I can honestly say, I can say it now. Like when my mom died, it literally felt like somebody took my heart out of my chest.
Mhm.
That's the way it hurt me.
Yeah, you and your
It
mom, y'all was tight as hell. Y'all was real close.
we was
Y'all was real close.
we
Shoot.
was. I mean, we were
That's the
tight
kind of
as
mother
hell, and I
daughter
mean,
relationship I wish that I had with my mom, but we were not that close. But
no.
yeah, it's nothing like that mother
Well,
daughter.
see, the thing was, like when I moved out of her house when I was 13, and my teenage years were rough, and it wasn't until I was about maybe 17, 18 that we started working on our relationship and working on things, talking things out, crying together, praying together. And it took a lot of that. And we rebuilt our relationship, and then once I had them grandbabies, that was it. That was and we lived together for the last 11 years of her life. So we was together 24/7, wherever the hell. I mean, and everybody be like, "You see Keisha, you see Jack, you see Jack, you
Uh-huh.
see Keisha."
Hmm.
We traveled,
And
I
every
mean,
time I
all over
saw
the country.
y'all, every time I saw you, I saw her. It didn't matter if we was at a parade or if we was at an event or
Shit, me and my mama, I mean, here we would jump. We had no problem jumping in a vehicle and driving somewhere.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
mean, we done drove to Virginia, all the way to fucking Virginia Beach. We
Uh-huh.
done drove all the way to uh, damn near the top of Minnesota. We done
Hmm.
drove, we done drove the damn all over Texas and Arkansas and Oklahoma and shit. We had no problems going nowhere.
Hmm.
And people be like, "Y'all be rolling." Yeah, we sure
Well, y'all
do.
know this is a kind of sensitive subject for me, especially today. Today is my mom's birthday. She
Happy
will.
birthday, Mama Sislo. Thank you for giving us our sister.
Yeah, she will.
Yes, and we promise we'll take care of her.
She would
Well,
have been
I
my
ain't gonna
mom.
make that promise because I might want to fight her one day. That's
Oh
just what I
Lord.
do with my family members. But
I
we'll make up. We'll make up. But
love you
I,
so
I
Well,
mean,
happy birthday to Mama Sislo. Oh.
happy,
yes,
mommy.
I will feed your daughter though. I will.
Well, send some money and feed me then.
No, look, I'm gonna tell you like I tell all my.
A sister
That's
like
gonna
I'm gonna tell
last
me,
you
for
like I
those
tell all
second
my
night.
kinfolks.
a
I ain't
sister
never
like
got no
me,
money.
right about now, a sister like me is homeless and hungry.
Don't
Look,
ask for
I'll
no
tell you like
chicken
this.
wings and no eggs. Okay, no chicken wings and no eggs.
I'm gonna tell
I
you like
take
I tell
off.
all my family members. I ain't never got no damn money, but you will always have some place to
No
sleep
food or a place to
and
sleep.
something to eat.
Yep.
I need a place to sleep now.
Well, baby, come on through. We will
I
make some
told her, I said,
adjustments
hey,
around here.
if you were here, shoot, we
Y'all
sure
don't
know how to camp
understand
up
how
on a
bad my
nigga here
heart
in
hurt right
Omaha. We
now.
would camp up on you in our neck of the woods.
My heart
Shoot,
hurts
you
so
could be on the
bad right now,
floor, in the
y'all.
basement, in the attic.
Oh, kids.
My heart is so heavy. It's so
I
heavy.
know.
I've been trying to just bear with it and keep it going, but I know that the God that I
Who's that in the
serve,
background? Your grandbaby?
oh yes,
He
actually,
fussing about something.
they playing they playing Fortnite. I'm sorry, y'all,
Okay,
but
That's
so
okay.
Fortnite.
I'm at my daughter's house. I was at my other daughter's house. I was at my middle daughter's house and my youngest daughter's yesterday, and I'm at my oldest daughter's house with her babies today. And
Well, how long
So,
is it
how
gonna
many
take to get
daughters
the
do you got?
apartment ready? I
three.
mean,
I have
what's up
three
with the
girls.
apartment people?
I have not. Okay,
I mean, that's if you want to talk about it on here. If
I
not, we can
can
talk
talk
about
about
it.
it. I ain't, girl.
I'm
Listen,
just making sure. I'm just making sure.
listen, listen. Whatever. But so what happened is when I left one place, the other place was ready. It was supposed to be ready. Um,
Oh, so they wasn't ready. It's not ready yet. Is you kind of in
it's
between right now?
oh yeah, in between, but it was supposed to be smooth. A smooth transition was supposed to be ready days
Girl,
before.
that's your fault for thinking they was gonna be on time.
That was my fault, baby. That was not my fault. Wasn't nothing about it my fault. And I'm also like hyper sensitive about this whole situation because if it was just
Oh, I'm
me,
sorry. I'm
if it was
sorry.
me, it's not you. If it was just me by myself, it would be one thing. But when you have a child that you're
Yeah.
responsible for,
Oh, I get now that I understand because
girl,
like
it's just
when mom died, because I was so used to splitting all the bills
I
and
had everything. I had to. I mean, like everything that I had was that was perishable. I had to give it away or throw it away or whatever, and that hurt my heart because I'm a cook. I'm a cook's cook. I don't buy like I pay a lot for spices and seasonings and flavorings and things like that, and I have a collection of those items. I cook with cooking wines and sauces and all types of things.
So your daughters didn't have nowhere for you to put it or a
Like
deep freeze?
no, like it's like one stays in an apartment and the other one, she cooks as much as I do, and she's already got so much stuff. She has a large family. I tried to call people to come and get stuff, and I gave people stuff. They left out and roast, shrimp,
Oh,
salmon, all kind of foods,
oh shit.
ribs, and all kind of stuff.
You'll be able to get that stuff replaced, right? Like by
I can't.
so you
It's
can't call like the people who give out
no,
like food
this
vouchers
large.
or nothing like that.
Y'all
I
don't have a
mean,
pantry?
I can't, but where I gotta go, where I'm put it.
No, no, no. I mean, like when once you are able to, when you like,
Yeah,
how many more
Yeah,
days
yeah,
they
when you
saying it's gonna be
establish.
before it's
they
ready?
don't know. It could be later in the month. At this point,
In the
she
month.
hasn't even called me back, and she's not even answering my calls. And there was something else because, like,
You need to start a GoFundMe.
Do they have, I mean,
everything that I had,
don't cry, sis, please.
Hold on, let me see if this is a view. I think this is a view. I just want to put up the banner just to be sure.
Don't cry, sis, please, because that's gonna make me cry.
Hey, a
And
view. Hey, beautiful.
I want you to know, think about it this way, sis. I know that you really, I mean, we all want our stuff. We never want to let our stuff go. But that's stuff that you can buy again. That's material things. And even though you may not have a place of your own that you want, you still have a roof over your head. Your child still has a roof over her head.
no. Because when you are is somebody else's. When you're in Rome, you do what the Romans do, and then you are reminded that this ain't yours, it's mine. Don't have a
Um,
problem with any of that, and I don't have a problem being compliant to anything I'll add to before I take away from. But
yeah.
I'm almost 60. I've owned every house I've ever lived in. It's been a very long time since I even experienced. There are some things I had to learn how to do because I've always had my own. I've had two, three houses at one time that I own. And it's like to go from that to I don't even have a car to sleep in anymore because I let somebody use it until they drove it until it's gone. And now they have almost a practically brand new vehicle that's paid in full. They don't have to worry about they got two vehicles to their access. I don't have anything because hey, I'll sleep in my freaking car. I don't have that luxury, but I'm not complaining because I've been faithful to God. I have been faithful. I have been faithful, and it ain't nothing in this world that my God is not in control of.
I know that's
Everything
right.
is His.
Yeah.
Everything belongs to Him, and I know that a portion of that belongs to me. And in due season, it's gonna come to pass. I know it. But the intro part, baby, it hurts.
It
And why
does.
it's like sometimes some of the very people that you invest into, some of the very people that you give to, some of the very people that you will give your last, that you have given your last. I've had people that are supposed to be friends of mine hang up and not call me because they thought I was going to ask them for something. I didn't. They
That
thought
was
I had
Tanya will
one
tell you.
person stop speaking to me.
No, I'm gonna
You
tell you this
understand?
story. You may not know this, and you may. A couple of years ago, she had been my best friend for years. We had been best friends for 22 years. We had traveled, had vacations, um, family reunions, funerals, weddings, babies, everything. We'd done all of that together. She's called me at 3 o'clock in the morning when her mama's house was on fire. And I sat there with them till 6 in the morning, bringing water and juice and donuts and stuff for them while we watched their house burn. But she had this business. She didn't know I had just got my settlement from disability. And she had this business, and she and I were talking, and she was like, "Yeah, I gotta pay my taxes on this, or I might have to, pay a fine and this and that, and blah blah blah." I said, "Well, how much money do you need?" She said, "Oh, I need about $1,800 and blah blah blah." I said, "When do you need it by?" And I said, "You know what? I'm gonna loan it to you. The one thing I'm glad I did is that we did all of this over text message." Now, mind you,
Yep,
this
gotta
is
have your receipts.
okay. Thank God that we did it that way, but it wasn't even planned that way. We were just talking over text. That's we were just doing that. But I'm glad that we were. Now, mind you, this was my sister. I mean, my kids are literally her niece and nephew. They're her brother's kids. But I lent her the money, and then it was like a month later was like Thanksgiving or something. So I was calling to see, what's the family doing for Thanksgiving? What are we doing? She didn't answer. So I texted her, she didn't answer. I called one of her other sisters. She was like, "Oh, well, I don't know. She don't really talk to me. She ain't really fucking with the family right now." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "That's strange." So 6 months go by. She still won't return calls, won't return I mean, nothing. And I'm like, "This is strange." So after about, I mean, I let it go for a long time because, I learned, don't lend nothing or don't give nothing that you can't miss, that you won't miss. And at the time, I didn't need it. I was blessed. I was content. But times started getting a little rougher. And I'm like, okay, she ain't communicating with me at all. What the hell? So I even hit her up. I said, "Okay, I loaned you this money." I said, "I know how we can get it back." I said, "We can go on Judge Mathis." I said, "They'll fly us out there, put us up in a hotel. They will give us a little money to keep in your pocket while you're there. And then they will render the judgment. They'll pay the judgment for you. So literally you coming out on top. You ain't paying nothing. And you gonna still have a little money in your pocket." She never responded. So I said, "I know what I do." I sued her in civil. I went to small claims court. She didn't even show up to that. So I won my judgment by default, even though I had my receipts. The judge looked at that. He was like, "Okay." He said, "Even though, you have your receipts, but you won by default." It killed me because when I finally did talk to her, what happened was she wasn't answering my phone call. She would see my number and wouldn't answer. So my cousin got pissed because my cousin knew how tight me and her were. She knew. My cousin was like, let's call her on three-way. So my cousin calls her on three-way. She picks up the phone. But when she hears my voice, she get mad and hangs up. And then has the nerve to text me, tell my, don't be having your. I was like, hold on, I don't know who you used to talking to, but you know how I get down. Don't talk to me like that. And so when I called her parents, because I was like, I can't believe she just did this. And her parents were like, she hung up. I mean, literally her whole family was saying, she hung up on you? On you? Why would she hang up on you? What the hell? Of all people, you would be the one that she would talk to. I know this. It hurts so bad to know that somebody I had been so close to for so many years, somebody that was closer to me than other than my mama, probably any of my family members, and that you would do that to me over money. If you couldn't have paid the money, like you said, like we had talked about, then all you had to do was call or text me and say, Keisha, I can't pay it right now. But she never did that. She and I mean, the first time we actually talked on the phone was because one of her sons, had gotten shot real bad and they didn't know if he was going to survive or not. And I called her and I was like, I don't give a fuck what you think about me, but them is still my babies. And she said, you know what? She said, I'm sorry for everything that happened between us. She said, and I would never not let you come and see them or tell you about them because you have been. I've been there. When I met her, her oldest child was 2 years old. When he got shot, he was like 25. So I had been there that boy's whole life, and I was there for the birth of all the rest of the kids. The first time we seen each other was last year. We hadn't seen each other in probably 2, 3 years to that point, and it just hurt so bad that, and it took me a long time to get over. And the hurt that I went through, it was like a divorce or a death. And all I could say was, it took me a long time to get over missing her, but I had to think there are people who are takers, there are people who are givers, there are people who in life we may think they're going to be there forever with us and for us, but everybody can't go to where we're supposed to go. Sometimes this is they stop. This is where they got to get off the bus.
Amen.
I made it up in my mind. I'm just not gonna ask anyone
Well,
for
have you
any
thought about what
question.
I said with the GoFundMe?
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I
I
know I had
mean
mentioned that to you like months
it's
ago. Have you
like
thought about it?
you know what? It's like to me, to be honest with you, like when I ask people close to me, it's like I'm asking for a kidney or a liver or a leg or something. Like it's like so it kind of burnt me out without like I know if I can't ask anybody I know, try to expect
I'm
for a stranger to
So
do
what
something for
specifically
me.
are you asking for?
That's
Because you
the
can
thing.
create a GoFundMe and put an amount on there that you are
yeah,
trying to raise and put the reason why you doing it. I
Right.
mean, hell, we did one for my mother's funeral because when she died, me and my father didn't know that she let the life insurance lapse. And Karma Diva could tell you proof. She was out there with
yeah,
me helping to
yeah.
sell dinners, car washes. We did all kind of
And you
stuff.
know
Frying
what?
chicken
That
in the chick.
funerals,
Yeah.
it ain't never been a it's never been a fundraiser. Like check this out. Every family member that have passed, if my parents didn't have it to give, I gave on behalf of my parents. It was nothing for me to lay down $500 or $600,
Mm.
$300, a
Right, but
hundred.
I
But
mean,
it's
I
like,
know you might have gave to people, but everybody ain't got money like that no
and
more.
I
So
don't.
Right.
That's exactly why I don't ask for nothing.
that's why I said, have you
But I'm saying,
considered
sis,
doing the GoFundMe?
that's what I'm saying. Like, if the people, like, bro, I just don't know. I just never had.
I'm gonna tell you this, sis,
Well,
and I'm gonna be
hey, I
honest
didn't want
with
to
you.
do.
Open,
Hold on,
listen.
Comedy, but let me just say this real quick. When I say I used to be one of them motherfuckers on Facebook, Karma Diva can say I'm lying. One of those people on Facebook, y'all need to get life insurance policies for all y'all thug ass
Mm-hmm.
relatives, and y'all out here with
Mm-hmm.
buckets, y'all selling chicken dinners, t-shirts, woo woo woo. Get life
And
insurance.
we all did
My
that.
mama died, boy. And my dad said, here's the life insurance number right here. Call them people telling your mama died. Because he old too. And I called
Yeah.
and they said your mother stopped paying like around the time when she first started getting sick. He had no
Mm-hmm.
idea. He had started borrowing from the life insurance money to pay
See, that's
bills, and
what happened to my mom.
he didn't know. So when it got time for her to be, we sitting there. I mean, I just broke down in tears. Cause I'm like, how the fuck? What the fuck? None of us had no money, not in the bank like
Mm-mm.
that. And I mean, my son, Karma D will tell you, Adris, he was in his 12th year. I had already planned a family reunion, a huge family reunion with 400 people in our family down south in Memphis. My money was tied up in that and all kind of deposits all over Memphis. My son was graduating high school. I had event centers, graduation rings. I mean, everything. My money was tied up. And dad didn't really have no money, and my brothers didn't have no money. We was slanging chicken, fish, feather bones, pork chops, car washes. I mean, we did GoFundMe's. Do you know? It took like it took
And
everything.
I'm
see,
gonna
it's
say
Honestly,
like,
this.
it took
I'm gonna
everything
it's
say
I
this.
like
did.
this.
Sometimes we have to lay our pride down. We have to lay.
Yep.
I
It's
understand
not
it,
even
but we
about
have to lay
that.
our pride aside.
It's
And
not even
sometimes your
about pride.
blessing.
It's about being
You know
burnt.
what?
I've been burnt.
It's about
And
your. You know what? I'm gonna tell
I've
you
been
this.
talked about.
Yo,
I've been disgraced.
don't worry about
I've
your
been
family
through it. I'm
because
just like,
your blessing,
mm,
9 times out of 10, your
Your
blessing ain't gonna
blessings
come
don't
from your
always come from
family.
your family. I was just
Please believe that. Please believe it.
just
Your
like even with my
blessing.
YouTube channel. Most of my subscribers ain't I got family members who ain't never watched a YouTube video of mine. They ain't never bought a cake from me, and they know I'm like one of the best cake decorators in the city. And they still will go to Walmart or somewhere to buy a cake. So a lot of times it's not your family that's gonna support you. And when we did that
Mm-mm.
GoFundMe, people I didn't even know were putting money in there. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry
And
to cut
I
you
have
off. I'm just
learned over time, especially like when my kids were like when I first had my son. When you talking about struggling, I was struggling, and it took. I forgot. I think it was my mom that told me you gonna have to
come
lay your
back,
pride
Sam.
aside and ask for help. Put your pride to the side because this is the time that you need help. And my stepmom, for all her whatever, she told me like my one of my best friends. I've been on her since I was 6 years old. Met her in Arkansas because she lived next door to my granny. and she literally named her first child after me. Her first child is named Keontae Akeisha. But
Well, I know Sis Lo said it's nothing to do with her pride, so I'm just asking why you don't want to do it.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, what
is it because you will feel
if you ain't got
ashamed,
no other
or
options? What, girl, please.
I am ashamed. I am.
but
But
you
that's
have
no
no reason
difference
to
than
be ashamed?
asking.
That's
That's
called
no
life.
difference from asking other people that you know for money. It's just you making it more public. And I would share that link with everybody, all my friends, all my church members. I would share that link with everybody. Shit, I did it, and I know I was like, I'm telling you, I was
Trust me,
boy.
I'm
I used
thinking.
to post shit
Believe
like
me, I'm thinking
funerals.
about doing it myself. I'm
Shit.
honestly thinking about doing it myself because I'm here by myself. My little Social Security check, it ain't gonna cover all my bills. It's hard for my son to find a job out here, uh, and I got a 12-year-old.
Shit, and then
So
all the people on YouTube who be up here begging for money, talking about they need money for this, money for that, money for this shit.
I'm
Go
like,
on
so
your
what am I
channel,
supposed to do?
go on
And
your channel
like
and
I told you,
tell people you. I mean, I know it's prideful, but hey, I'm just saying when it
I
get
mean,
down
like I
to
told
the
Tanya when I first
nitty-gritty.
logged on. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to have surgery here shortly. So
I
that's gonna make everything even,
have
slow,
this,
even worse.
and I ain't even tell Tanya. I ain't even tell you this. And,
Uh-oh.
yeah, I ain't even tell you. Like I had a doctor's appointment today, and I didn't tell you that I've been having chest pains for a while, and it got to the point to where it hurt so bad. Yeah, a
Stress.
couple of days ago that I thought that I might have to call the EMS, and I kept like I got up and I took aspirin and did what I know you're supposed to do, whatever. And I kept saying, "Well, my doctor's appointment come up, if it stop, then I'm just wait." So on my way to the doctor, it started happening again. And when I was at the doctor's office, it happened. So right there and there, they did the EKG. EKG was okay at the point. She said it looks fine, but I'm concerned. And she said, and you are just sitting here like so ho hum
Stress
about it.
and
Like,
anxiety.
no, she was like, you're sitting here like so, like just like, oh well, it's just my chest was hurting and da 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 da. But I'm really concerned about you and under the circumstances. So now on top of the EKG, I gotta have a stress test because she's concerned that it's not when I'm relaxed that I'm okay. It's when I'm stressed that I have the problem. So I got, and with the history of heart problems, now I gotta have a
Yeah,
stress
that
test.
stress will
So
do it.
yeah, and it
That's
was
why I
something
was saying you got stress and
like
anxiety.
there,
That'll cause it.
but I'm like I don't tell anybody because why? Why?
I used to be like that. I would take care of everybody,
And
and
that's
then whatever happened to me, it
man,
was
what
just me. Nobody thought to, and I still feel that way sometimes.
I lost my
Nobody
mom.
thinks to call and check on me.
When I
Nobody
lost
calls
my
me and says,
mom,
Keisha, are you okay? You feeling
no,
all right? None of my family. I mean, my brother, he calls and he be worried. So he may call one of my cousins and be like, hey, especially like when mom died, he was so concerned about me.
it's like I don't tell my kids because I don't want them
You don't want
worried.
them to worry.
They're going through so much. Like
Please don't do what my mother did to us. We didn't know she had cancer until she was 2 weeks from dying. Like on
You
her
have to
deathbed.
tell
That's what
somebody,
she finally
sis.
told us. Oh yeah, I got cancer. They told me 3 years ago.
I'm telling
You have
y'all.
to.
I'm telling
So
y'all.
please don't do that
But
to your
baby, we not
kids.
there. I mean, we there, but we not there with you. You have to let them know because they are there with
Be
you.
honest, y'all. I just like to be honest. Don't nobody care. Like I really just feel like don't nobody care. Like why?
I, I know. I believe me. I know that feeling. Oh God, I know that feeling.
Yeah, and
I
I was
used to go
telling
through
her,
that all
I
the
told her
time.
one day, I said, I was asking her about the kids and stuff, and I know it's everybody's family ain't different. I mean, me personally, I can't imagine my mother being homeless and stuff because you remember Karma Diva, my mom had to stay with us for like a month with my mom and dad, and they put their bed in the
Yeah.
middle of the floor of my living room and just camped out for a month. Like I can't imagine. Like I don't give a damn if we gonna put your ass wherever the fuck we need to put you in the house, but you ain't about to be homeless. And
Now,
it was
I'll
like
say
nothing.
this:
Okay, mom's here. You know.
if it makes you feel any better, or if you can make it here to Omaha, baby, we'll make room for you.
That's what I told her. I said I wish she stayed here because I
If you
mean
can make it to Omaha, baby, I my son got a bunk bed. I got an extra bed my daughter done put downstairs. It's another day bed down there. Hell, we got a couch. We got three air mattresses. Two of them is twins and one's a queen. Baby, we got room for you. We'll make room.
that's what I need. I need some air mat. I just told my son the other day I need to get some air mattresses
Yeah, we got
for
to.
shit just like that.
Just
That's what I told
knowing
my
that.
son.
Just knowing that.
So if you can catch a bus, if you can catch a Greyhound down here, I got you.
I wasted all this money trying to get the money together.
Well,
Get
I
I
really
borrowed
wanted
money
to
from
do that.
everybody to get the money together for the rent and the security deposit and did everything I had. I had all the money. I finally came up with it for her to say, well, the compliance office needs some more paperwork and this, that, and the other. Then she just stopped answering the phone. So I
I
had
guess
to
I'm
turn
confused
around.
about the apartment and compliances and stuff. Ain't it just an apartment? I
No,
mean,
no, it's subsidized housing. So
Like
it's like you
Section
gotta
8 or something.
yeah. So you gotta go through all of this and that. And let me tell y'all the reason why, y'all. Let me tell y'all the reason why.
what's up, Larry? I'm sorry. I just want to, Larry. Hey, what's up, Larry? You talking about the video I did about you and the pastor? That shit was funny as hell. That shit was funny as hell. He said, I don't even know why he got a seminary degree if he only preaching on YouTube.
But
Yeah,
sis, and I'm not look. I'm not saying that just to be saying that because we on live or whatever. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I
If
appreciate
you can get here,
that makes it
I
better.
have a place for you and your daughter.
That makes it
It's a son.
my son.
Okay, well hell, he can sleep in the that make it even better,
Oh, but I was
even
just saying
easier.
that because you called her earlier too, but I meant to say it then. But I was like, let me say it now
It's
since you
I'm
said
okay.
sorry, your son. But
But
my son got a bunk bed in his room, so he can sleep on one of them bunk beds, and you can have my daughter's room. My daughter can come in here with me. See,
I
it work out.
appreciate
It'll, baby. We can make it work. We can make it work.
maybe in Omaha. I don't know. Yeah, could you explain like what compliance? Like what exactly is going on?
Okay, so like you have to like meet a certain financial criteria and you can't go above that. And there's no below, but you can't go above it. So it's like this is the thing that really pissed me off more than anything. So my, one of the things they needed was my bank statement. So on the bank statement, they saw some transactions where I had from Cash Out. Like you know how you cash out. or you transfer money to your Cash App.
Yeah.
So they saw where I had borrowed money from my daughters or whatever, and then I paid them back. So they
Hmm.
count that as income.
That ain't no damn income. Cash App ain't income.
Exactly.
Is that because of the new rules now where we have to report cash apps to the IRS?
It's it's just the simple fact that because it does not say, oh, you cash this out to pay your light bill or this, that, and the third. But in the memo on the Cash App, it says loan repayment or whatever it says.
Hmm.
But they're saying, well, we don't know if that was like you're making money on the side doing this, that, or the third, or this. And it's just petty. So then I had to give them a Cash App statement to show all of my transactions through there. And it went even higher. And it's like, it's petty if you ask me. It's like you got, like I told her, it's like you all are trying to find more reasons to not make
So
me
this
earn
is a
That's their
money.
job.
government. This is a
That
government.
that is literally their job to do that.
Right.
So
To
this
So
is
try
a
to
government
discourage you.
a building or something because normal
that's
landlords
that's
don't
the
ask you for
hold up.
that.
That's the hold up.
They
Yeah.
try to
Okay.
discourage you, and that's why they do that.
Okay. I get it now. I get it now. And that's messed up
And it
because
took me a while to figure that out too. But I figured because, like when I was trying to get on disability and stuff, my doctor, it was like I was in a catch-22 because disability didn't want to pay me, but my doctor literally will not sign off on me going back to work. Period. This is, I mean, I'm going on what, 8 years now? But this was like at the beginning. He was not trying to, and I'm like, look, I need to work. I got kids. And he's like, you cannot work. You cannot work. You physically cannot do it.
but see
And
what
in
they
my
doing to
mind,
the
I'm like,
cash
I
up
can,
now is what they doing to the
but
cash app now is messed up because a lot of times people do get money on cash app. Like I was saying the other day, my sons, like me and my sons, the way that I raised them was if one ain't got it, the other one gonna have it. If the other one ain't got it, basically ain't nobody in this household should be walking around hungry, ain't got no money, ain't got no gas in their car because that's what family's supposed to be for, right? So sometimes my son might be like, "Mom, can I borrow $20 to payday?" Or I didn't hit them up before. Hey, I got cash on me, but I need to buy something on my debit card. I ain't made it to the bank yet. You know, shit happens. You know
mhm,
what I'm saying? And those come through cash apps, but they want to count them as income.
Income,
And I
yeah.
be saying, when my sons, I said this the other day on my show. I said, when I loan my sons money, I make sure I put in the cash app, this is a loan for you. Even though they my sons, because like I said, they some grown ass men with some grown ass jobs, and I want my money back. Damn it. Now it's one thing if you lost your job, you hurt, you sick, something like that. But shoot, y'all working just like I am. So you know what I'm saying? But that's messed up with Cash App. I mean I get it if you really getting paid for some business transactions and you should be
right.
taxed. But if it says
If
loan,
it's 20, 30,
yeah, $20,
$40,
$5, come on now.
that ain't no money on the side. Hell, that's
Right.
somebody that you can look at that and be like, oh, somebody loaned you $20 to get some gas, or
Exactly. What's up, CP? What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the
Hey,
panel.
how y'all doing?
Hey,
Hey,
I
baby.
figured y'all be in bed by now. I'm late.
Oh, we got CP. We got 42 minutes.
Oh, there's a time
So
limit on it. Y'all must have started late.
42 minutes, baby. 42 minutes to cut up.
Mm,
And
all right.
Larry Nelson, thank you because
you should have dropped the link and let Larry get on up
the
there.
link
Stop
is in the
talking.
chat. The
Yeah,
link,
that's how I found it.
the link been
Jump
in the
on in the
chat.
link, Larry, so we can talk.
I'll
Uh-oh.
drop the link again, but Larry Nelson, if you
Oh,
want to jump on the link, feel free. I'll drop it again.
If
But
it's
yeah,
on
Larry
YouTube,
Nelson
YouTube is at the very
welcome to
top.
the panel.
That's where I found it.
Yes, Larry Nelson had me cracking it up. I said it be cracking me up
It
how
was
we don't
so
hear from
funny.
Larry
That was
for a
so
long
funny.
time, and then Larry just come out, kick the door in, and be talking shit.
Girl.
Boy, I sure did. I sure did. I said Larry Nelson. I don't know where the hell he be at, but he every time he come in, he kick the door in, and be talking shit.
I don't think I
And
know
you know,
him.
and
Yeah,
you
girl,
know,
Larry
on
Nelson,
Hood
girl.
table,
If you
everybody
was
been
back in the
roasted.
old B sector days, Larry Nelson and Jay Wilson, that was
Oh,
the
I was.
most
You know, I ain't never been no part of no damn beef sector.
I've been
that was the most entertaining beef
home.
though. That was like one of the most entertaining beefs back in the early B sector
I've
days.
been home.
Because they would be talking shit about each other all the time. But yeah, but
Mm.
Larry Nelson, he had made a video the other day, and he said he was talking about Jay Wilson, and everybody knows Jay Wilson has like a seminary degree or whatnot. But Larry Nelson said, "I will pay somebody $500 if y'all can show me a video of Jay Wilson preaching at a church behind a pulpit." Remember, I said, "Sis Slow with a water bottle."
Crazy butt. Crazy butt.
A rag to wipe his sweat. I mean, he got to be behind the pulpit preaching for at least
And he
30.
got to be one of them stuttering preach. I don't know if they
He
teach
got
you
to
to
be
stutter in seminary or what.
Are you crazy butt advertising though? See, now
I was advertising.
Larry
I'm
got
trying
a
to get y'all
challenge.
paid.
Larry got a
I'm
challenge.
just trying to say, do they teach you to stutter? Because think about it, all them preachers, and
No, that's a
and
Baptist
then they
challenge.
gotta teach. Look, they teach you 3 things in the seminary. I know they teach this. They teach you to stutter. They
No, that's
they
a
teach you
Oh,
that.
Baptist
stuttering is for studying.
They
Stuttering
teach you how
is
to do that.
studying. Go hand in hand.
And then the third thing they teach you is if you I promise you, and I told my mama this, and she said, "You are so stupid, fool." And then she came home from church one day and was like, "I can't stand you." And I'm like, "What I do?" She said, "Cause what you said was true. If the pastor is preaching and he ain't getting the response he want from the congregation, you know what they are. Listen, I want you to listen to this.
Y'all
And
don't
this is
hear me.
true. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all ain't listening. Y'all
Hello.
ain't paying attention. But they all of them, they all will take you to the cross.
They all be saying the same thing.
Listen, no, I'm gonna tell you, if the preaching ain't going the way he want, and he ain't getting the response he want, he will then switch it up. And he died on a Friday, and he laid there in that bathroom all day Saturday, but
And
early Sunday morning.
he in
And
it
he
hard.
started talking about he rose up with all power. And then, of course, the church gonna go crazy when he start talking like that. Oh, then he get
Everybody
all
starts
good.
saying,
Then he
then they
get
get on
good.
the organ. That's my favorite part when the organist
Right.
get back on the organ. Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and I noticed that long time ago, and I told my mama that. I said, "You ever notice when the pastor ain't getting the response he want, he'll take it to the cross, and then, and of course, the church gonna erupt because he done took you to the cross, and now he feel better now. He feel good now." She was like, "Whatever," and she said, "You make me sick." I mean, she came home and was like, "I can't stand." I'm like, "I didn't even go to church with you. What are you talking about?" She was like, "Pastor was so boring today, and then he did what you said." I said, "What?" He took him to the cross. I said, "I told you." They all do that. Now, sister, like, you was married to a pastor. Ain't that true? Am I lying, or was it just me?
No,
Have you noticed that?
You telling the truth, sis.
I know I always be
I
wanting to call her first lady.
She the first lady of
the
the
original
look.
first
She the
lady.
first lady in our. She the first lady in our world.
Yeah, the original first
I was
lady.
the first one to be ignored.
Oh Lord Jesus!
When do you get?
Lord.
You be ignoring us. What you talking about?
The first one to be disrespected.
Oh,
You the first. Look, you know we be. Well, Curtis
she
be
ain't talking about
disrespecting
us. She
you.
ain't talking about us.
No, I ain't talking about
She must be
y'all.
talking about CP.
No,
I don't know what you're
she's
talking
talking
about. It
about
wasn't me.
her she's talking about her
I'm
marriage.
talking about when I was a pastor's wife.
Yeah, that's what she's talking
Oh,
about.
I ain't
but
talking
Yeah,
about
why
no,
you trying
I'm
to
like,
why you trying to get it started? Didn't have nothing to do with me. See?
no.
because I miss mom and dad being together.
Shit.
Oh
Go
No.
I
somewhere with
miss
that
y'all
man.
being together.
We
Lord,
were never
Lord have
together.
mercy. Did we make you laugh, Sis Lo?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'll be all right.
Curtis,
That's just why I need to make a trip.
I think you need to pay a trip to Detroit.
Yeah, and bring her back
I'll be
here.
going. I'll be going to Cleveland here in about a month and a half.
Uh-oh.
I'll swing
Really?
through on the way back and grab you. You can come on back. But I don't know how you getting home though.
She ain't
We
going home.
gonna
She's
keep
staying
her in
here.
Omaha. We gonna keep her in Omaha.
Okay, y'all give her a place. She can't stay with me. I ain't got a place.
What?
I already told her she got a place.
Shit, I ain't had a place in 2 years. 2 years? 3 years?
Has it been
We
that
just need her to get here.
No, I just been a year. 2 years.
long? So I didn't think it been that, but hey,
Okay.
it can feel like that long. Shoot, I know.
How you gonna invite
You
me
make
somewhere and put me out the
you
same?
He
make
said he
you
gonna
make.
invite you
Hey,
and you stop.
I'm no, I didn't invite nobody. They invited you. All I said
No, you
was I'll
said
be in
I'm going to
Cleveland.
Cleveland, Ohio, and I can pick you up.
I
That's
said,
what he
yep.
said.
I am offering transportation back.
He
I
gonna
didn't
bring
invite her
you
nowhere.
back.
Y'all invited her to come to Omaha.
He
Hey,
gonna
I'm
pick
keeping it
you up
real.
and drop you off like you a
Uh, uh,
hitchhiker.
Be
hey,
quiet.
this is a
Hitchhiker.
Why I
hold
have
on.
feeling left.
Hold on. This is a recording. It's on YouTube, Facebook, and anywhere else. And there's still plenty of haters out there. I am happy in the relationship I'm in. Ain't nobody gonna F that up. They can all
Oh
kiss
no,
my
we
ass.
ain't trying to make.
Oh, no, 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 no. I ain't saying y'all. I ain't saying y'all.
Okay.
But
Now
I finally started putting up a story every now and then just to check and see if them haters who is following me is still following my story. And so far, I have not one follower looking at my stories because they gave up. That's why I ain't posted nothing. That's why I got off Facebook. I don't need that mess.
I noticed you were missing. I
Mm-mm.
noticed.
Yeah, I'm still there. I'll look in. I'll like or heart somebody's stuff and say I'm caring, but that's why I quit putting up all them stories because every time I looked, there was somebody who had followed me, and I couldn't tell who it was. I even did the hacks and tried to see exactly who it was and all this other stuff. I had too many dang followers. I said forget that, and I can't turn it off except by a laptop, and I don't even know my password.
Oh
So
shoot.
for fear of starting over, I was just like screw it. I'm just gonna
I
get off
don't
and not give
remember
them nothing to look at.
I never remember my Facebook. I never remember my Facebook password.
Oh no. And the thing is, in order to reset it, you have to use your email. The email I set up with was a Cox account, and I had that Cox account since I moved. So,
Mine, look, I had a Yahoo account at the time.
right?
Actually, I started off with something called my first email account was myway.com. Nobody even knew what the fuck myway was. I don't know what it was.
Hold on. And
It
then
was just
Cox closed my account, and they closed every email I had. So any email account I had with Cox, I can't get to even if I knew how to log on.
but you
To Cox.
can still reset it. There's a way because I've reset mine.
They
You can
sent me a
reset it.
message. They sent me an email saying my Cox account was closed, and everything I had attached to my subscription, since I have nothing else to do with Cox, is closed. I don't have Cox
No,
nothing, so
I'm
they closed
saying
all my emails.
Facebook. You can reset it on Facebook.
But see,
Yeah, I
the
got to
You
thing
can
call
put a
customer
was
whole
service.
new.
sometimes if you get a new phone or if you get
Mm-mm.
or if your email is bad, you cannot get back into your account on Facebook.
Now I have to call Facebook customer service, and I'm all right. I'm good.
I was able to
I
get
just
back
get
in
So you
off
know
the
mine.
what I
Yeah,
line.
had
you
to do
can.
one time? Okay, so y'all remember when I first started on Facebook, right? My name was Tanya Diva Dancer. I'm not gonna say my last name, but that was my original Facebook page, and I had got locked out because I tried too many passwords or whatever. And so they had asked me for my driver's license to prove who I was. I said, "Fuck that!" And that's when I started.
They asked me for my
That's
driver's
when I started
license and
my
all of
new.
that.
That's when I started my new Facebook page, which is about 7 years old now.
Tanya had
So
about 7 damn accounts. Quit playing.
one day that, and you know why I did it? Because when I got locked out, I was locked out of every fucking group, including the growth. I was locked out of everything. So what I did was, remember, I closed the original grown folks, and I created a new one. with my new Facebook page, and I created like 2, 3, 4 more Facebook pages, and I made them
Yeah.
all administrators to every group, my dance group, my family reunion, everything. I have to do that for all those groups. So then 2 years ago, I was fucking around with my old Facebook page because I was in there trying to get pictures and shit off of it and whatnot. And for I don't know how, but I put my username and password in there, and that motherfucker opened right up. And I mean, you could have seen me. If I could do a cartwheels and shit, my big ass can't do no cartwheels. But if I could, I've been cartwheeling all through the damn house. And I don't know how I did it. It was like, okay, the old passwords never worked, but all of a sudden it just worked. So I still got that old Facebook now. And I'm not gonna use it because I'm like, shit, I've been using the new one for like 7 years now. So, but
The
yeah,
one thing
Facebook
I have
is good.
learned to do with my accounts is like my main account is the one that I have most of my pictures on, but I try to send them to my backup account just in case I
Uh-huh.
may get locked out of my main account. I got
Yeah.
my jail account. Although I'm mad, they figured it out. They tried to put my two accounts together. I was like, nope,
Oh
that's
no,
not
you gotta
no.
have a separate email for each account.
No,
You
I
gotta
did
have
it
a
with
separate.
I did it with the same email, but it was just a
No,
different
no, no, no. Don't do that. You gotta have a separate email. Otherwise, they will try to merge them together because Facebook don't want you to have more than one Facebook
They've
account.
tried to merge them, but I keep putting it separate. They've tried to
Well,
merge them.
yeah, you might, yeah, yeah. Well, just in the future,
Because
anybody
remember,
out
I
there.
kept anybody that know me or knew me for a while, they know I was always in Facebook jail. I
Oh, we
was.
all was shit.
I wasn't. I ain't never been in Facebook jail.
Oh my
You ain't
god.
never shit. I'm a Facebook
Not one.
jail felon. I
Not
got
one.
a whole bunch of strikes on my
A
account.
repeat offender.
I
That's what I.
cannot.
I'm a repeat offender,
And that's
a
why I created
serial
all those
offender.
Facebook pages. That's exactly
Oh
why,
my
because it ain't
What
God.
they
nothing.
call it, I'm a habitual line stepper.
It's one thing. It's one thing. It's one thing to not be able to go into your own Facebook account, but when you have all these groups that you created and you get into them, and there's no administrator in there, like that.
Mm-mm.
Like I had all these groups, and I had to close out all these groups and reopen them. Create brand new groups and add people all back in, and then I had to create 2, 3, 4 more Facebook pages, and made them
You
all.
know what is making me mad is because now Facebook with this they claiming this automatic shit or these computers they
Uh-huh.
going back 6-7 years
Yep.
Oh,
and
every
and
2 months
trying to
I get
strike
one.
you. They trying to strike you for shit you put. They talking about, oh well,
Every
we
two
gonna
months, I swear to
put.
God, every two
They
months,
bring
and
up
it's
some. I
always
get
from
a
the
post.
groups.
I get a message talking about, oh, this you posted this picture,
It's
and I
always
look
in
at
the
the
group
date.
too, huh?
I'm like, right. It was from groups we was in.
Yep.
I was like, and I tell them this was from a private 25 and older group. And trust me, we made sure everybody we put in that group was older than 25.
Yep.
With nobody, we didn't want
They
no
don't
young
care.
kids. And
They don't
25
care.
was, and I'm like, this was a private group. And then, not to mention, you going back trying to strike me from 7 years ago?
They do
Go
not
ahead.
care. I'm telling
Go
you.
ahead. I don't care.
I
I ain't
get
on there
one
now, no way.
like I get one
Fuck
probably
you and Zuckerberg.
I get one probably every I don't know, maybe every 5 or 6 months. I get one and it be from a group that I ain't
I
even
get one
been
every
in.
month.
I ain't been in
But
these
see,
groups
if
like
you
six
remember,
years.
you and Ronald kept making all them, it was especially Ronald kept making all them damn groups and
Mhm.
making me an admin in there. And I didn't even know I was a fucking admin until I started getting messages. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then he'd be like, oh, yeah, I put you as admin. Nigga, could you have told me that before I started
But,
getting messages about.
most of the time when I made admins to the groups, I asked people, or they knew like they were admins. So
You ain't nothing but a bunch of
No,
criminals.
he
I
would
mean,
make a
All
group and then I would get messages about, you are an admin and you need to, can this
Oh,
person
see, the
join?
thing
Can
with
that,
his ass though, he would create groups and then not tend to them.
that's the
He
point.
would
He would
create a
do
whole
the shit.
Facebook group and not he wouldn't tend to them. He wouldn't post in them. He wouldn't do shit.
I was the one doing all the shit. I was the one doing all the admin work
Yeah.
in all the groups. I
Damn
was like,
criminal.
quit.
Thug.
But man, I'm gonna tell you what group I really miss. When we had all the way live,
Oh yeah.
man, we used to have
That group
some
and there was another one.
conversations and then turned up. Man, them two groups,
But there was
we
another one
had some
with
folks.
Zilla. There was another one with Zilla. Zilla and that
That
one
was
dark chocolate fine ass nigga. What was his name?
Dang. Oh, yeah.
Oh, he was so chocolatey and so I can't remember his name. Was
I
it
remember we had a group.
off the phone? Was
Did
it
we have
all
one?
the way live? Was it all the way
It
live?
had to be all the way live because George wasn't there. I remember
He had
because
a friend. He
we
had a
was
friend who was real dark skinned, and he was so like a Hershey's bar. Ooh, yeah. But
I
Yeah, I
don't
know I'm
know.
still here, right?
I
I'm
just want
still
to
here.
lift the side of his leg.
I'm still here.
Oh,
I ain't going
sorry.
nowhere. Just letting you know.
But we would have deep conversations in there. We would have comedic conversations. We would have like,
Hello.
and we would be
I
talking about
miss
kids.
all of
We'd be
our
talking
groups
about sex.
though.
We'd be talking about just real life shit.
I miss all of
Just
our groups though because
and the
Facebook
thing I
got
liked about all the way live is we had a variety of different people in there. And what I
hold on.
mean by that
Nettie
is
B.
we had
Hold on,
like
Nettie
openly
B.
gay people. We had
Closet gay
the
people.
football players, and we had closeted gay
Oh no,
people.
she didn't say the name in the chat. Ah,
What? Who?
she put
What?
the name in the chat.
We had another group.
She put the name in the chat.
I don't remember the name of that group, but it had. That was
Yes.
where
She
I
said,
met like
was it?
Marquise.
Hold on, child. Hold on now.
It was Marquise. It was That was where me, Michaela, um, shit,
Oh, is that Nettie B still around? Why ain't you got your video on, honey? Come on. Ain't nobody gonna bite you.
I ain't seen Nettie B
You
in.
know what? I was
She
trying to
dropped the
say
name.
she was in the chat. I'm taking his name down because y'all know who that is.
I don't know who it is. I know who Nettie
It's in
B
the
is.
chat. You put it in the chat. Hold on, let me look at the chat. I got to
Everybody run to
see.
the chat.
Hold on. You better go look
Well,
at
I
it
gotta
quick.
see who it
I'm
is.
about to delete it.
Oh, I see that. Okay, that name sounds familiar.
You already know who I'm talking about. 14th Street. 14th Street.
I'm trying to remember.
She claims
Do
she took
you
it down,
know?
but I can still see it, so it's still there.
Or
Yeah, it's still there.
You know what?
It's in the comments, not the chat.
I just
Yeah,
wanted her to see it real quick before I deleted it.
yeah, I seen
That's
it.
right. I moved it over to the private chat, so anybody needs to see it. It's in the chat.
I'm lying. 14th Street was somebody else. That was off of Lake Street.
I'm about to say that was
by all the
that was
police
some.
cars. That's by all the
Yeah,
police cars.
cause let me see. I first started hanging with you when you was living up over there by Wakanda, down the street, over there with the turkeys and shit. Cause that was, I want to say it was your birthday party. Was the first one? No, you had a Christmas party and a birthday party, didn't you?
Oh, you deleted it, Nettie? Okay, all right. Oh, I think she said
I
she took
still
it
see
down.
it.
Well, you probably see it in the StreamYard, but she deleted it from the Facebook chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but remember the girl that wanted to fight me?
Girl,
See,
yeah.
that was over that nigga. But anyway, I'll just leave it right there. But that is not who I'm talking about, Nettie B. That is not who I'm talking about. It was another chocolate ass nigga. It was another chocolate ass nigga. His ass is fine as fuck. Now Cliff is fine as all the fuck. But
I'm
there was
trying to remember who it was she was trying to fight you over.
there was
I
another.
remember the situation.
Look up his name. Look, girl, she put the name in the chat. Go look on Facebook. Type his name in, and you'll see who we talking about.
Was his last name Smith?
No.
I ain't he usually hit me up.
So you didn't see the name in the chat.
Let me look.
She put the name in the chat, and it's in the back chat. Curtis put it in the back chat.
Yeah, I see that name, but I'm trying to remember what he looked like.
That's why I said look it up on Facebook. His picture is right there. Look it up now.
Oh God. Oh damn, my phone about to die. It's got 2%.
Then you better charge that motherfucker. Charge that motherfucker.
I'm mad. I bought this damn phone and it came.
She threatened
that
to fight
shit.
And everything.
When y'all was finna fight, when y'all told me y'all was about to fight, where's y'all, Perkins or Village Inn or some shit?
That was that one chick, the one who can't cook.
Yeah, that's what I thought you was talking about.
Yeah. CP, is that you?
Yes.
Okay.
And do you know? Wait a minute. Do you know she is close to my man's kids? She was his ex-wife's good friend.
Really? What you eat, CP?
Oh, my cream pie. Who kicked me out?
You kicked yourself out.
I wasn't even by my phone. I got my headset on. I'm letting the dog out.
Oh, well, it probably just, I didn't kick you out. I was just sitting here. My hands was crossed, legs crossed. I didn't touch nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You crisscross applesauce?
Crisscross applesauce. Did you see it? Did you look it up, Carmo?
I'm about to look it up now.
Because as soon as you see him, you're going to be like, oh. And he used to be at all the parties.
Do you know how drunk I was at a lot of them parties?
A lot.
You went to Gary's parties, right? Where we used to be up on the patio with the fire pit.
I never went to Gary's. I never made it.
Oh, he has a nice old crib over here by me.
Oh, I've been to his crib. I know where he's at.
I've been to his crib. Look, I've been to his crib, but I wasn't near the party.
Yeah, he used to have some. Boy,
you know what? You know what? That's where you want to go?
His parties was lit.
Gary is one of the most nicest, most helpful people you will ever meet.
He is. I love Gary.
I needed a jump start one time, and he gave me a jump box, punk. Don't go there.
Gary, when I first bought my house, Gary came over because I told him I needed because my backyard, like some of the concrete like dips in, so the water kind of floods. You know what I mean? So he came over to talk to me about because he do all that digging and shit. His own company. And he was telling me how I could put something like underneath the ground and have it going through another side of the yard and all this stuff. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I'm like, hit me up next summer, Gary. Hit me up next summer. But yeah, he's cool people. He's cool as hell. But yeah, he used to have some lit parties at Gary's house. Lit. And he got that big old fire pit on his patio, like a real big, nice fire pit on his patio. But I love his house. He like literally built it by himself, except for when he bought it, it was like a little small house, and he just built all these extensions to it. And when you look at the original house, it's like, oh my God, you did all this?
When I worked for a construction company some years ago, the owner, him and his wife bought a farmhouse, and that's what they did. And to go out to their house, they called it the $1 Million Edition.
Yep. Because he made his house just expanded on all sides. But that patio at the top, that's real nice. Yeah. And you can sit and you can look like all over the neighborhood and all over the city on this patio. But Nettie said she thinks she was a part of that group. Yeah, Nettie, man, I ain't create no more groups. I ain't create no more groups.
Yeah, they cause too many problems.
Because y'all used to get me in trouble.
Get you in trouble? Really?
Y'all used to get me in trouble. And then because the thing about it was, Kurt, the thing about it was, when I made my groups, like I would always be so extra because I always was trying to get people to engage.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But some people would take it just too fucking literal. I'm like, these are
What are you talking
jokes.
about?
It's just
What are you talking
these
about?
are jokes. These are like
It
I'm
wasn't
just
jokes. That
trying
was real
to get
life.
people to
Mm-mm.
engage because sometimes you know how it is in a group. Sometimes people be scared to talk, scared to comment, scared to reply. I'm like, why the fuck is you even in those type of groups if you don't want to?
Say
You know
something.
what I mean? Yeah. So
Not
a lot
everybody
of
bites.
times I would just be really outgoing and really vocal because I just wanted people to engage.
Mm-hmm. Get yourself in trouble every single
And
time.
I would always get myself in trouble. I'm like, goddamn. And then when I
You
don't
see?
say nothing,
There, you admitted it. You got yourself in trouble.
but see, when I didn't say nothing, that's when it would quiet down. And not saying all the time because a lot of y'all kept it lit too. But I'm like, I'm just trying to, you
We was
know,
all younger. We was all younger too. So
yeah.
getting older, you kind of have responsibilities. Kids start getting old, so you start getting old. Start realizing you can't be out, causing trouble like you used to.
Yeah. And I'm not a
Getting in
troublemaker.
trouble.
That's Carmel Diva.
You know what? You ain't
Oh,
right because
welcome back,
you know
Carmel
her phone
Diva.
died. You ain't right.
Welcome back, Carmel Diva.
I'm back. Thank
I
you.
hope she didn't hear that, Kurt.
Yeah,
I
whatever. You know
heard a
she
little
did.
bit of it.
She threw you
This
under
is
the
what I
bus,
got to
sis.
say to
You
this
was
is
the
what I got to say to
troublemaker.
y'all.
You was the troublemaker, Carmel Diva. Whatever. She done flipped us off. Ain't that some shit?
She flipped you
I
off.
was a
She didn't flip me off.
She
I
troublemaker.
ain't even
flipped
looking at the
us
phone.
off. Nope, she flipped us
Nope.
off.
No, it was you.
I flipped
No,
both of y'all off.
she told
What?
you.
I defended you, punk.
It's pumpkin, not punk. It's pumpkin.
No, no. I know what I said. I said what I said.
It's pumpkin with an IN on the end.
I'm sitting there trying to defend you, and you gonna sit here and throw me under the bus? Oh, okay.
Oh
That's how
my
we doing
God,
this.
Diva. Did you check out the picture though?
He don't look familiar to me, so
Oh my God. Maybe you should have went through some more pictures because he used to be at our parties.
Mm.
Not all of them,
yeah,
not
where's him?
all of them, not all of them, because he was at a lot of the parties, like a lot of the different groups. Hey, what's up,
Well,
Vibrant Low? How you doing? What's up? What's up?
hey,
Yeah,
I was at a lot of
so bad.
places, but
We know.
shut up.
My
I
knees
was
ain't like
drunk at
they
a
used
lot
to
of
be,
them.
so that's
Yeah,
all
we
I'm gonna
know.
say. That's all I'm gonna say.
A couple of y'all that
Oh,
was
you
drunk at
want
all of
me to
them.
bring up? You want me to bring up what you was
No,
doing at parties?
What? I wasn't doing nothing.
no.
Ain't no
Mm-hmm.
shame in my game.
I still
Ain't no
got that
shame in my
video.
game.
I still got my lap dance video.
I ain't got no videos.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen no videos.
Mm,
I don't do nothing with
I,
videos.
I don't either.
right. I
All
done
I did
seen
was
too
a lap
many videos on YouTube and on Facebook. No cameras, please.
I was a good boy.
I was getting credit cards and
You
all
a
kind of shit when I
motherfucking
was doing
lie.
my lap dance.
I was good.
Like, who gets
Yeah,
debit cards and
good
credit
and
cards when they
perverted.
do a lap dance?
You know what? I want to see one person besides you and the people who are already on here come on and say I was good and perverted. And I want video. I want faces. If you can't show your face, there ain't no case.
He said he want receipts. Show me the receipts.
I was a good boy, choir
Yeah,
boy.
you was. You was. You was.
You a
You was.
Making sure
motherfucking
everybody was
lie.
happy and taken care of.
We gonna
Play
let
some
him.
cards, drinks, whatever anybody needed.
Yep. Don't forget to
Whipped cream.
whip
We
the
didn't need
Cool
2
Whip.
cans of whipped
We
cream
didn't
at
need
every
the whipped
party.
cream though every damn
Yes,
party
we
though.
did because one was light and one was heavy.
And
Somebody
the
might have been
sweet
on diet.
pickles and all of that you would bring. Yeah.
I never brought sweet pickles.
Yes, you
Never.
did.
No, I did not. I brought fruit.
He brought fruit.
Something healthy. Something healthy. A healthy
He
option.
always brought fruit and whipped cream, and the whipped cream never went on the fruit.
No, never.
Hey, whatever people do with their whipped cream is that's their business. I ain't got no control of it.
That's how you created that stalker.
I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't got no stalker.
Not anymore.
And boy, that shit when they was arguing on Face. Oh my
Oh, that
God.
I
was
don't know what
everything. That was
I don't
epic.
know what y'all talking about.
Oh,
That was epic.
These
I don't know what y'all
motherfuckers
talking
was
about.
posting.
I was
They,
screenshotting and everything. Screenshot,
they
screenshot.
was posting each other how many times each other called each other. How the text. I was like, oh my god, will y'all stop?
See,
I
I
don't
mean,
know
it
what
was
you're talking about.
like it
I
truly
don't know what
was
you're
a
talking about.
train wreck. It was like I couldn't stop
Hey,
watching, but I wanted to keep seeing where it
hey,
was gonna go.
the rules were set for
and
Fight
I
Club.
really wanted to
You
know,
break the
like,
rules in Fight
what is
Club,
he doing? Like,
what
what is
happens,
he
happens.
like?
He
Damn, what is he
created a motherfucking
doing?
stalker with that
He
whipped
making
cream. Cause I
monsters. Like, you know, you the shit when you make monsters. Like, what the fuck?
Hey, whatever happened to
he
what happens in
created
Fight Club stays in Fight Club?
Oh
that's
shit!
hey, y'all broke that rule long time ago.
I did not.
Was it not
I
on
never,
social media public? Was it?
I never, I never did nothing of the sort. I was a
That
good boy.
shit is look. I mean, the parties were supposed to be Vegas. They were supposed to be Vegas,
Man, that's some
but
old shit. Ain't nobody think about that shit.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm older and wiser. I was young
Oh
and
shit,
dumb.
this shit like
and
how
then the
old?
funny part was, I'm gonna
6,
tell you
7, 8
because
years
Tanya
ago.
didn't really allow smoking in the house, so I was always outside. So I seen a lot of comings
I bet you
and
did.
goings
Unless it was really, really, really
and
cold,
coming
because
from
like on my birthday months, around my
yeah.
birthday time, I'll be like, okay, y'all can smoke in the house. But
I can go in the basement.
yep, it was always in
But
the
in the
basement.
summertime, man, shit. But I'm telling you, 14th Street, that was the shit down there, man.
Yes,
Cause that was
yes,
it was
Was that
we
the
was
was that the
deep
one
in
down
the
by
cut.
Chubbs?
yep,
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I think I
we
went to
was
one. I
deep
went to
in the
one,
cut,
one or two. But
I
it was
think
always
you were
fun
and
there.
though.
I think you were there a few times, CP.
yeah,
Yeah, it was a
you was
couple
there a
times.
couple of times,
Just a
Yeah.
couple. I wasn't a staple. I just
a couple
just
of
like to
few.
hang out.
Yeah, right.
Play some cards, some dominoes.
I
Uh-huh.
know.
You
I mean, and that was for the most part. That was what we did. We
That
just
was
sat
all we
around drinking,
did.
laughing,
That was literally all we did. I mean,
and
really.
right, eating and just
Play
talking
cards,
shit and
dominoes, eat, yeah, talk shit, dance,
we had some good drink, good food, good conversation.
have white
And
people bust up in our
the
party
one thing I can say,
uninvited.
we never had a fight in there. We never had
Oh
no
no.
fights.
Broke a
Remember
couple
the
chairs.
There was,
Lawn
white
chairs. That's it.
teenagers who I think were undercover cops.
Oh, that was hilarious
yeah,
though.
I
it
mean,
was them motherfuckers was undercover. I don't give a shit what nobody say.
oh yeah, they were with they
And they
each
just,
wore a
they
different
literally,
color
I'm
shirt.
telling you, I don't know where them motherfuckers came from. They had to be posted out front because I was on the back porch. And I literally, it was
Well,
me,
no.
Nichols, and MJ. We had just walked in the house because me and MJ was outside, and I ain't gonna say what Nichols was doing.
Oh. I already know, but go ahead.
No, you don't know. You
Okay,
you don't know, but he was out there with us, and so we decided, okay, we had
okay.
been out there long enough. We was finna come in the house, and we walk in the house. We shut the door, then the door opens again. I mean, they knock, and MJ opened the door, and we
Uh-huh.
because I was still standing in the kitchen. We had just walked in, and it was like, where the fuck y'all come from? We literally just walked through the door. Who are you? Is this where the party at? Y'all got any drugs? Huh? Three of
Man,
these things, one of these things do not go together. Come on, can you guess which one?
shoot, three things didn't go together. Shit, they didn't go
Right,
with our party. Shit, they didn't. Motherfucker.
right. It was like, you got the wrong place. Sorry. You sure we can? But no,
They
you
tried
can't
though.
stay.
You can't hurt them for
Yeah,
trying.
they did try. Good, nice college effort, but it wasn't enough. It was like, we don't do drugs over here, so I don't know what you coming here for.
You know what? Let me see if I can find a picture.
Oh Lord, leave that picture alone.
Yeah,
We ain't never
Right.
gonna identify them. They deep
why?
undercover now. They done found an
Yeah,
organization
they deep
infiltrating. We
undercover.
ain't never gonna see
Oh,
them.
here they go. Here
They
they
part of
go.
Hell's Angels and shit now.
Here they go. Here they go. Shit,
Them motherfuckers,
I
that
don't
might
know
have been
who they
Todd
are.
Schnatter. That might
Shit.
have been the police chief.
I don't know who the fuck they was, but we sure sent their ass a packing.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? What are y'all doing here?
I couldn't believe they posed for the picture.
Oh, they posed all right. Hold on, let me show you.
That was crazy to me.
Yeah, they posed all right. They all had on different college T-shirts. That's one thing that stood out with them.
Right.
And when you look at
And
them
we
really
was
close, they look like they at least 25. If you look at them
right.
really close. Uh-huh. I never forget.
I'm looking.
I never forget. Now, if they all
Like
would
I
have
said,
came up in there with all the same college T-shirt, like all Nebraska or all Creighton or all, you
right.
know,
UNO or something like
like
that,
you
or
wearing Tar Heels and you wearing Cyclones and you in the back wearing something else, and look how they smiling.
They were happy.
right.
We didn't
They
kill
came
them.
up in our party like,
Right.
"Hey, is
We
this
didn't
where the
kill them.
party at? Is this where the party at?"
This is where a party's at, but not your party.
And it was what time? 2, 3 in the morning.
It
Yeah,
was late.
eyeball
It
hour.
was pretty late. It was pretty late.
Now, anybody in a black neighborhood in a black hood who is throwing a house party and
Deep
these
in
three
no,
white
hold on. You
people,
gotta tell it. We was deep
we was deep
in
in
the
the
hood.
end of the hood. Like if you cross the
It was
street
a
in
dirt
a whole
road
other city,
behind.
you was in Carter
Right.
Lake once you crossed the, you know. But yeah, we was deep in the hood where no white people. Well, I ain't gonna say no white people don't live down there, but not these type of white people.
Yeah, they look a little too happy. They wasn't from that hood. They
At
wasn't from the
3 o'clock in
hood.
the morning, talking about, is this where the party at? I was like, what the fuck?
They
Somebody was
were
like,
dear white
yeah,
people,
there's
white people.
white people at the door. There's white people at the door. Man, I must have ran in there. Boy,
We
and
was tripping. We was like, who the fuck is it? Where y'all I'm telling you,
I
we
was
was
like,
just
I
fucked
don't
up
know
like
who the fuck y'all are, where the fuck y'all came from, but y'all better get the fuck up out of here. They was
Tanya,
like,
how is Booby?
oh, girl, I ain't talked to that nigga in a minute.
Really?
Nettie said she is rolling. Nettie, I don't think Nettie was there for that
No, she
party.
wasn't there. She wasn't
No,
there
she
for
wasn't
that
there.
party.
Oh,
That was before
Nettie,
that.
you missed that party. That
I
party
think
was
that's before
lit.
she wasn't.
That was before she started getting involved with us.
That was one of our
Yeah.
littest parties too. I mean, the police came twice.
I think they came more than that, but
Was it more?
Yeah, but
I
those
think
three
they
were the
came like
ones that
3
taking
times.
pictures.
Because the police came more than a couple of times, and then these white kids who looked like they were college students or whatever showed up.
Look, they them 21 Jump Street motherfuckers.
Yeah, thank you. Undercover. And it was too much of a coincidence. The cops kept coming out, telling us we too noisy, quiet down. And then these three bust up at 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, is this where the party at? I was like, oh, hell no. This is a conspiracy. This is a setup. Get the fuck up out of here. Because they was pretending to be like kids. But if you really look at them, see, back then, I just thought they were teenagers, might have been undercover teenagers that they sent in. But when you really look at them, that one, especially in the back, if she don't look like a grown ass woman,
Mm.
and that one in the front, he looked like he could have been related to one of the newscasters on KETV.
He looked like Smart. He looked like he related to Smarter.
That's
So
I
Smarter.
told you
like
he
he
looked like
related
Only
Smarter.
thing
Didn't
that
I say that?
Smarter short
I
though.
said Tosh Smarter.
he looked.
Yeah, he looked Tosh Smarter short.
I'm telling you, he looked familiar. That's what I kept saying. Like, and that lady in the front, her face. Look at her face. It looks very mature.
She all suntan and happy and no.
She said nope, but that's my old neighborhood, so I know that was not the hood. Nope, they shouldn't have. They should never have been there. No 3
No.
o'clock in the morning.
Like I said, there's white people down there, but they don't look like that.
Yeah, the white people down there, they wasn't walking around in no college t-shirts at no 3 o'clock in the morning, looking like that. Shit, they was like hood white people.
Right.
You know,
And you can't tell the
it was
difference.
like the M&Ms of the neighborhood.
Right. And trust me, we could tell the difference.
Yeah.
Exactly. They were the
There
plain
is
M&Ms
a
in the neighborhood.
difference.
They were.
Yeah, but that was crazy. I will never forget that ever.
We've had some epic ones. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, that time I was on the back porch and I seen folks coming from the alley. I was like, oh, okay. Let me shut my mouth.
Anywho. Yeah, cause y'all ain't gonna let me live some shit down. So I ain't. I'm just not even going. I don't judge nobody.
Really?
That
Like
was
like
that. That was back in the day.
like
We were.
anybody's ever
Like
left a whipped cream guy
We.
down.
Hey, listen. Ain't
the
nothing wrong with a
Furby
little whipped cream. Like you said, ain't nothing. Put it behind your ear,
and
whatever.
Furby always taking his fucking shirt off.
Oh my god.
That nigga look like
Oh
he wearing a sweater when he
my
naked.
god. Hey, what? Hey, who named the Furby? Was that you?
Me.
Oh my.
I start calling him that.
Oh my god. See.
That's my boy though.
Yeah, that is
That's
the
my
home.
boy.
That is
And
the
I
home.
understand it was, we had a rough period there between him and Steph, and I understand why. But
Yeah. I just wanted to shave it off. I don't. Put that hot nair
I know.
wax
Put
on
some
it.
Nair on him. Look, take his body wash and pour Nair in it. Just
Just imagine if he was to get like, what's that what's that called when they take the shit and
waxing.
scratch it off?
Ooh.
Just imagine getting all that wax.
He would look like dude on 40-Year Virgin.
Boy.
He would look like Steve
He be
Carell
all
with
red
on the
and pink,
40-Year.
all pink and red.
Man, them pretty eyes would be red from crying.
Ooh. I'll be like, can I just shave it off? Can I just shave it? I just
It's
want to make
funny.
some
You know
design.
what's
I just want
funny?
to make some designs in it. Like
It
shave
was
some
a
letters.
picture that came up from PB's house from one of her parties.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
How
It was
dare
like,
you?
I think it was the Halloween party. And
See,
I
he
didn't
said,
realize
how
how
dare
long
you?
ago that was. It was like 8 years ago.
I knew it was
That
only a matter
picture
of
was,
time.
This is old stuff, CP.
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even bring you up.
Yeah.
It
I'm
ain't
just
about, it
saying
ain't
it
point
was
of
a
bringing me up.
picture. Oh, okay. But I'm sorry. But anyway, the picture came up and I was like, it said from 8 years ago. I was
That was
like, damn, that
cracking me
was 8 years.
up. CP said, how dare you?
Well, I had issues with her after a while, and I
Every
left
all y'all
anyway.
had issues.
I
Oh.
was cool with her for a very long time
Mm-hmm.
until she started trying to beef with me with a nigga that I had already
He was
fucked with.
always beefing with somebody
All right,
about a nigga. It
let
was
it
always
go.
a
Just let
nigga
it go.
involved.
And the crazy part is I had a nigga, and we were sitting there grilling at her house, and I went and I was in the house, and he had took over grilling for me, and he came in and he goes, here, try this, and he just popped a piece of meat in my mouth to try it. She sees
Mm-hmm.
this,
How
thinking
bad?
he feeding
Mm-hmm.
me food.
Just a piece of meat, any
And
kind of meat. Just
Pork or
this.
chicken?
so
Or the other
we had
white?
already done that. We had already been there, done that. So
I know who you talking
Mm-hmm.
about. I know who you talking about. It was the other white meat. Uh-huh.
it wasn't white, but anyway, this was some nice dark meat.
We
Was
at
it
the
kosher?
3 hour mark, y'all. We at the 3 hour
What
mark,
they say, the
y'all.
black of the berry? They say
Yes,
the
But was it
black of the
kosher?
berry.
But was it kosher? That's all I want to know. Was it kosher?
yes, that's
Was
why
it
I love
who?
me a
Okay.
chocolate ass nigga, boy. The darker the berry, the
It, and
sweeter.
he was chocolate. Woo.
Child. Okay, we at our 3 hour mark. Last minute words.
Look, the first time I met him, I said, "Can I run my fingers through your
Damn,
dreads?"
I almost forgot Sislo was here. She be all quiet.
See, she talking about we be ignoring her. She be putting us on mute and then just be
I hear
leaving.
you say y'all ignore me. I sent you something in the private chat though earlier. Did you get it?
Oh, hold up. Private
He
chat.
said,
Oh, it's a link in here. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what it is, yo. What it is, yo. Something about
"Am I
Detroit.
ready?"
No, it's not about Detroit.
No.
Okay, hold on.
I don't see nothing. Hold on.
What I
There,
do now?
I got it. ABC Lawsuit expected. Oh wow! Double amputee shot by the police. Okay, hold on. Let me pull it up.
I don't see nothing.
It's
I
in the
think
private
I
chat.
did
You don't see
earlier.
it?
I don't see it in the chat, but I seen it earlier. But I didn't. But that was when I was logging out to go and
Oh, that's probably
look
why.
at that
Because I
picture.
think when you come back, you can't see in the private chat anymore. When you come back,
Yeah, everything goes away.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, let me pull it up. Sislo got some news for us.
I had
So
seen something and I meant to hit her up because I had seen it on something I was reading, a news thing. Somehow or another, I get Detroit and Atlanta's news. Don't know why.
okay, let me hit play. See what they took. What is that flashing? Oh damn! We always gotta get
Flashing
commercials.
light.
The commercials. Or how Jay Wilson say commercials.
Mm-mm.
I get my commercials, y'all.
Oh, I need him to not.
Hold
Yeah.
on.
By Huntington amputee who was shot and killed by Huntington Park police, filing a claim ahead of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the city and its police department. Anthony Lowe's family says he was out of his wheelchair and moving away from officers when he was killed. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes has the latest.
Family members of Anthony Lowe point to this bystander video captured moments before he was shot to prove he was not a threat.
You can tell that he was in fear for his life. You know, he had no legs.
Ebonique Simon is the mother of Lowe's teenage son. She says Lowe had recently lost both his legs below the knees and that he was suffering from depression. He was in Huntington Park last Thursday in his wheelchair when police officers shot and killed him.
Let's call it what it is. It's a straight murder.
But investigators say officers were called to the scene because Lowe had just stabbed a man, and that when police found Lowe, he was wielding a 12-inch butcher knife. That when he refused to drop the knife, officers tased him twice, and when Lowe again threatened them with the knife, they opened fire. The Huntington Park Police Department declined our request for interviews. And while there is no body cam video of the shooting, attorneys for Lowe's family say investigators refused to release surveillance video from a local business that shows the deadly encounter.
Why is it that they only have access to all the evidence in this case when the family, the most important people in this case, have not seen it?
The LA County Sheriff's Department is heading up the investigation into the officer-involved shooting. Lowe's family has little faith in that probe.
Is there really a question whether a double amputee who's hobbling on his legs away from the officers, not near a single person, is a real threat to someone?
Now, Lowe's family is pushing LA County District Attorney George Gascon to prosecute the officers involved in the shooting. They plan on holding a demonstration in front of his office tomorrow.
I have a few things to say about that. First of all,
Go ahead.
how is he threatening you? He has no legs. He's moving away from you. You have a car with a ram on the front of it. You have on body armor. You have a gun. You have a nightstick. You have a taser. You probably have a knife somewhere on you. You probably have a throwaway gun. And in the car, you either have an AR-15 or you got a damn shotgun. So where was the threat to you?
All I
How was
gotta
he
say is
threatening
Ben
you?
Crump. That's all I gotta say. Ben Crump.
Right.
They need Ben
And
Crump.
then
I don't know who that lawyer
because
was representing them, but
you not releasing the information to the family. Why? Because it's gonna show the truth. Tell the
yeah,
truth,
there
shame
was
the
a camera
devil.
right above, on a business. Like the cameras are right
Mm-hmm.
there. Can't the attorney?
Thank God for the bystander recording. Thank God for the bystander recording. We give people a lot of shit for not calling 911 when something happened. They pull they phones out. But if it's more than one of you, I would still say, okay, one of y'all film, one of y'all call 911.
But
But
can an attorney subpoena a company for their tapes?
They can subpoena it, but that don't mean they have to release it.
Really?
Yep. Now,
Oh,
what
I
they
thought it's
can
subpoena
do
phone records and phone companies and things like that. I thought they had to give it over.
during a trial, but it ain't trial yet.
Well, yeah, that's true.
They
Yeah,
supposed, and then even then they supposed to turn over everything, but a lot of time the prosecutors don't turn over everything. A lot of times.
I think CP want to say something. Go ahead.
Y'all gonna be mad at me, but I did hear the reporter say he was walking away from it. Okay.
CP, go sit in the corner. Get your ass in the corner.
I can't.
Get your
The
sit slow. This your
Only
fault.
his ass.
I can't. I'm not.
This your
Listen to that. Listen to that YouTube video again. The reporter said he was walking away from it. At that point, I was done.
I heard it, but
Oh my gosh. Only your ass.
so what did he call it?
can't.
Crawling? See, we can't laugh. This is not.
No, he didn't say, but the one person said he was hobbling away.
Hobbling's good, but I'm done.
I'm just gonna hit
I'm
mute. I'm gonna
going.
hit mute. I just.
Y'all didn't hear that? Play it again. They said it. They said it. I'm just repeating what they said. I heard what they
Did
said.
you want to do commentary on this? Because I can't. They make me laugh.
Turn on the captioning. Watch the end and turn on the captioning.
Okay. Hold on. Let me play it again.
I'm just saying.
Let me play
I'm just saying. I don't.
It's a tragedy, though. It is.
It is. It's very tragic.
He was a very little threat to them.
A little threat. Hold on.
Okay, now.
Is that because he ain't got no legs? I mean, why?
Okay.
You so bad.
That was not me.
That's very short of you. That was very short of you.
That was a very small.
Y'all all going. Listen. Okay. Let me.
Why do you think so little?
I just had to get my 2
so
cents
little,
in.
little man?
I was just getting my 2 cents in.
You see the video? He was running away from him. Well, yeah. Okay, y'all. He was trying to get away from them.
Like he was moving away. We just say he was moving.
Here's the thing: he lost his legs,
and he was depressed. That's
no. He lost his legs from a previous incident with police.
Shut up.
Yes.
Now see, they didn't say that.
Yeah, he lost his legs.
Okay, we gonna watch it again. Everybody hit mute.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna show y'all. Well, I'm gonna send you another one. Go ahead.
Okay. So, I'm gonna hit mute.
Caption.
The family of a double amputee who was shot and killed by Huntington Park police filing a claim ahead of a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the city and its police department. Anthony Lowe's family says he was out of his wheelchair and moving away from officers when he was killed. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes has the latest.
Family members of Anthony Lowe point to this bystander video captured moments before he was shot to prove he was not a threat.
You can tell that he was in fear for his life. He had no legs.
Ebonique Simon is the mother of Lowe's teenage son. She says Lowe had recently lost both his legs below the knees and that he was suffering from depression. He was in Huntington Park last Thursday in his wheelchair when police officers shot and killed him.
Let's call it what it is. It's a straight murder.
But investigators say officers were called to the scene because Lowe had just stabbed a man, and that when police found Lowe, he was wielding a 12-inch butcher knife. That when he refused to drop the knife, officers tased him twice, and when Lowe again threatened them with the knife, they opened fire. The Huntington Park Police Department declined our request for interviews, and while there is no body cam video of the shooting, attorneys for Lowe's family say investigators refused to release surveillance video from a local business that shows the deadly encounter.
Why is it that they only have access to all the evidence in this case when the family, the most important people in this case, have not seen it?
The LA County Sheriff's Department is heading up the investigation into the officer-involved shooting. Lowe's family has little faith in that probe.
Is there really a question whether a double amputee who's hobbling on his legs away from the officers, not near a single person, is a real threat to someone?
Now, Lowe's family is pushing LA County District Attorney George Gascon to prosecute the officers involved in the shooting. They plan on holding a demonstration in front of his office tomorrow.
Okay, y'all was right. Well, whoever said it.
You've seen it.
I said he was hobbling away. I said it. That's okay. I do got some commentary.
But hold up, Sislo, how did you say he lost his legs?
He lost his legs after he was shot by police the previous.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the there's a video that show him.
Ooh. Go ahead, Carmadiva.
Well, my first piece of commentary is if you go back and you show the family standing there and the attorney is talking, who was the white dude that had the stunned look on his face in the background? He looked like somebody was tasing him. He was just eyes all wide and mouth open. He just looked like a mouth breather. And then my second piece,
I want to know who he stabbed and where they was. Like,
right?
Was he in the wheelchair when he stabbed him? Was he walking when
he jumped out the wheelchair?
I mean, and he had a 12-inch butcher knife.
Sislo.
Huh? He can you hear me?
What did you say?
I can hear you.
I said he jumped out of the wheelchair and ran.
I'm talking about when he stabbed. Like they ain't really focused on that. Like, how did he stab him? Who did he stab? Why did he stab him? Was he in the wheelchair? Was he out of the wheelchair? Was he being attacked? Was he? I mean, why would he just? That's a big ass knife.
But you can see in the video they show him hobbling away. He may not have his lower legs, but shit, he can move.
He was running.
But maybe he was okay. Let's look at it this
He
way.
was running.
Maybe because of his situation in a wheelchair and him being on the streets, maybe he had a knife for defense. You know,
yeah, I would think it'd be for protection.
So somebody will take advantage of him.
But what did he do to get knobbed the first time by the police?
That's what Sislo is trying to look up right now.
Okay, my second commentary. Okay, the baby mama. I know I ain't the only one that noticed her 5 head, and then she had the nerve to put baby hair on there too.
Oh my God! No,
take your butt to the timeout right now.
Huh?
Take your butt to the timeout corner right now.
Okay, now y'all know that girl had a 6 head. That wasn't even a 4 or 5.
I just threw my blanket over my whole face. I just threw my blanket over my whole face.
Cause y'all know that, man, I couldn't even look at her. I couldn't tell you what her face looked like, but her head, her forehead, she had at least 5 fingers worth.
She reminds
you can put your whole head in there.
Baby daddy's girlfriend.
I'm not about to do this with you.
Her hairline started, man. And then she had a nerve to throw baby hair on there. Bitch, please, you should do everything you could. You need to grow some bangs.
No, she really
bangs ain't in right now.
My oldest son's dad.
But you need bangs.
They look like
you can't do the middle part. When your forehead is that big, you can't do a middle part, baby. You can't do it.
I'm so sick of this baby hair trend.
Right, because y'all
just
look, you got baby hair and you grown as fuck.
On your head, on your forehead. What's up?
Look, if you got grandkids, you ain't got no reason to have baby hair.
But when did this baby hair shit start? Like, remember back in the day, we used to might have a little curly Q or a little wave, you know, on the side. But now they make it
when you are a kid.
It's protruding all out to the damn eyeballs, damn near the baby hair. I mean, seriously. Why do you gotta prove you got baby hair and have it way out like that? I don't get it.
Why are you putting baby hair on a grown ass head?
Thank you. As long as you got edges, why does it matter about the baby hairs? I'd be more concerned about edges than baby hair.
But I'm saying if your hairline start 5 fingers away
No,
from your eyelash, from your
listen, y'all.
eyebrows,
L
It
Sharpton
ain't
was
even
not
you
baby
don't.
smart.
hair. It's grown woman hair. That is not even fucking baby hair. Like, why they call it baby hair?
I call it wig sprouts.
It's
Okay, it's wig
y'all
sprouts.
killing me. You
That is
killing me,
not no baby
Smalls.
hair. That's wig sprouts.
You killing me, Smalls. You killing me.
Game. Uh-uh.
Oh my gosh,
CP, what do you
that
call
is.
it?
Call what?
Baby hairs.
You know how stiff it is.
He calls it prophetic.
He said it
He ain't
depends on
got
how
no
stiff
hair.
it
He
is.
bald.
This is prosthetic hair.
No,
I mean, is this attached to a wig or we talking about natural? Because, you know, I
Either
like a little something to hold on to.
either way, a wig, a lace front, your regular hair is why they call it baby hair. Bitch, you ain't been a baby in 50 years. Like
That's what I'm
these
saying. You got
these
baby hair on
grown
a grown ass head.
old ass women talking about baby hairs. Like what the
oh, y'all need a whooping.
y'all ain't got not a baby hair anywhere on your motherfucking body.
I do.
Mm-mm.
I do. Want to know where?
Mm-mm.
No.
What is that?
Mm-mm.
No.
I bet you could
I
find
don't know.
somebody. I bet y'all could find somebody. Used to be in one of the groups. Could tell us where they at. Okay.
I'm gonna
Well,
shut
I'm
up.
going back to my corner. Y'all leave me alone.
I'm gonna
I'm
shut
going
up.
back to. I ain't mentioned no names yet. I need some
I ain't
alcohol.
saying a motherfucking word. Look, I'm finna sip my Minute Maid fruit juice.
Oops. You drink that Minute Maid fruit juice. I'm about to make me another drink so I can drink with you. It ain't gonna
I
have
just
no
asked
juice
a
in
little
it.
something.
Though. Ain't no juice in it. Oh my god, Cislo, did you find the story? Because I really would like to know how the heck.
Is that the
Like,
link she posted in the chat? There's another one in there.
oh, is it? Hold on, let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Cislo, I didn't know you posted another link.
Can we all be friends?
No,
Why you keep jumping off the line? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. And I'm gonna answer him. No, we can't all be friends. And I tell you why. I learned a long time ago. And I tell my kids all the time. Everybody ain't gotta be your friend.
Is
Hell,
that Cislo?
friends. And I
Oh
tell them,
shit. Okay, hold up.
friends are like your friends are like buttons on an elevator. They either take you up or they take you down.
Friends. Did you just do
How
this,
many of us
Cislo?
have them friends? Yeah, because I
Oh,
just seen it. It had
that's
popped
why
up,
she
and I
was
was
ignoring
like,
us. That's why she was ignoring us. Okay, let me read it. Hold on. Where did it go?
ones we can depend on.
I had too many.
Friends.
Okay.
Why everybody got quiet when I was talking about her 5
Oh, I'm
head?
sorry. I'm reading this that Cislo gave me. One second.
I'm just saying, y'all shouldn't condemn me. It wasn't my fault she came on TV like that.
Oh, that is perfect, Cislo. That is perfect. Perfect. Y'all know I can't roll my tongue like that. I ain't had enough experience with my tongue.
My tongue does.
We talking about tongues?
Nope. We talking about Cislo.
Look at you. He doing it, y'all. There you go. He did it for y'all.
No. See,
Oh, we was talking about Miss Cisco. We ain't talking about me. I'm sorry. My
we
bad.
talking about Cislo. See, y'all focusing on the wrong stuff now.
All I heard
I
was
said
Tanya.
she said
I
she
dropped
couldn't
out.
roll her tongue.
See,
She said she couldn't roll her tongue. I said my tongue can.
CP, stop being fast.
I ain't been fast for a while. Look for a new
I'm not
victim.
being fast. I'm just saying.
He said a victim.
My mister is a very happy sir.
That is perfect, Cislo. The paragraph. Can she hear me?
Yeah,
Oh no.
thank
Okay.
you. I didn't want to do it though, but okay.
You gonna post it everywhere?
No.
No.
No, I didn't.
Well, what you making so then, child?
It made her feel better. Leave her alone.
Okay, all right.
I support you, Miss Tislow.
But you gotta
I'm
post.
sorry,
You gotta
baby.
post it everywhere. You gotta put it everywhere. Twitter, Facebook.
Too many judgmental people. I just
Fuck 'em.
don't.
I mean, forget them.
You gotta.
Right.
I'm telling you, you gotta stop worrying about that.
Take care of you. Don't worry about what these other folks think about you. Look, it ain't what they think about you. It's what your child and what you can think about yourself by making shit happen.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, I do suggest putting it on Facebook and everywhere else that you could post it, because I mean you're not gonna get no traction unless you advertising it.
Right.
So maybe you'll feel better about it in the morning, sleep on it, and then maybe you'll feel better about it. If not, don't share it. Don't. But you know, I recommend you do. But you know, it's up to you. In the end, it's totally up to you.
Right.
But yeah. So other than that, any last minute things, you guys? Because we almost at 3:30.
I'm good. I was glad to talk to y'all, sis.
No, I
My
had a lot of
offer
fun
stands.
tonight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Carmenita, you
My
gonna
offer
stop
stands.
standing us up now. Now you feeling a little better now, and
I'm feeling a little better now,
you gotta
and
stop standing us up. And CP too.
I'm
What?
getting there. Keep praying for me. I'm getting there, and I'm sure as soon as I have this surgery, I'll be a lot better.
Yes.
But we got to get to that part. I mean, they just did the head. He just sent me the results today, or he didn't even send me the results. He just had his nurse send me a message with the results.
Yeah.
So I got to go meet with him, and then meet with the ENT and the surgeon, and all of that. So you know how that go. You in the insurance
Keep me
business.
updated. Just keep me updated, child. Because I
I
used to have a
will, and
memory
like
like an elephant, but now I look like one. No, I used to have a memory like an
Mm.
elephant, but now I don't know. Too much smoking back in the day. I don't know.
I know.
I
I
gotta
tell
put
my
everything
kids.
down, like everything in my phone. I gotta put everything.
I have to put
Me,
everything in my phone too, and then put a reminder on it to remind me
yeah.
and shit.
I got like 6 reminders on everything, like 2 days in advance, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days.
I mean, my day, I try to spend Sunday before I go to bed, and I look and I'm like, okay, let me see what I got to do this week, and make
Yeah.
And then my
Yeah, go
kids be
ahead,
wondering
CP.
why I forget shit.
I think CP got a question.
Two, this is a multi-parter. One, Miss Sis, what's a good time to call you tomorrow? You know, I don't like calling people out of all times. I respect people. Okay. Two, I appreciate all y'all. If I've said anything to offend anybody, I'm just playing, y'all. Don't get mad at me.
Oh no, what you mean?
You ain't offended me in the least.
I am speaking in general.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody done nothing. I'm just saying. I know how I am. This is my release. 3, y'all know I got things to do on my days off. I get on whenever I can. If I can't, I still love you. I swear I love each and every one of you.
Love you too.
Oh, we love you too. You know that.
4, anybody who may be in any need of anything for women, let me know. I got some stuff coming up that I may be in a position to assist people, but it's going to be I need to assist people who need to be assisted, not people who just want to get shit for free.
Right. I feel you on that.
Yep.
Let me know, because I still have not gotten rid of my mom's clothes. I don't know why, but I have them all bagged up, and she has some really nice like church
Hmm.
suits,
And
jeans, and
that's partially what I'm going to be dealing with is some ladies' clothes. And me and my family decided we're going to do more stuff with Lydia House
Yeah.
because they're
see,
not just
Lydia
going to
House is
sell it.
good.
Hmm?
You know what I do with a lot of my nicer stuff? I take it to the YWCA
Hmm.
because they have that program where they help women who are like coming off the street, women who are coming from homeless places and stuff like that, who don't have clothes to go to like interviews and stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
So I've always taken like my clothes with me always being a bigger woman, and I've always taken my clothes down there
Well, but I'm just
to.
saying, you two reach out to me at some point in time, um,
Okay.
and I'll get more in depth on it. But it's just a thing of where I want to give back a little bit if I can, and it's not just
Mhm.
me; it's my family. So you know how
Yeah.
that goes.
Yeah, let me know. I'm all, I'm down for stuff like that. That I think we should, what I think we should do. And the last time I did it, I truly enjoyed it. Um, we went down and we served dinner at the Francis house one day. Just we we scheduled it, and it was just a group of us. It was like 6 of us, and we got together and we went down there. And the people, they come in and they sit down, and you take their tray to them. The
Hmm.
tray, somebody's making the trays, and you just taking the trays to them. You fill in their water glass, and it was cool doing that. You got to talk to people. You got to see how blessed you really are, and to talk. And a lot of these people, shit, we just a paycheck away from them.
Child, shoot. A lot of people are amen to that. Shoot.
Um, and there's a lot of them that have drug and alcohol problems, and a lot of mental health problems that cause homelessness. But a lot of them are just down on their luck.
Yeah.
Just and it makes you feel good to go and to help somebody, to to serve somebody. Think about it. Jesus will wash his servants' feet, his followers' feet.
Hmm.
He would wash their feet. So who are we not to help serve someone who not under us, but
Less fortunate.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's something we can talk about. I think that would be something real cool to do.
Yeah. We can talk about it in our private chat. Curtis ain't in our private chat. I don't know if he wants to be in it or not, but
I don't
I
know, but
might
y'all
be.
be dinging and
Mhm.
dinging and dinging.
see, that's why I said that. But
This
see,
a this a safer chat.
I don't have my notifications on where it makes noise.
Okay,
Maybe
I'll
I
mute
should
mine.
do that.
Yeah, just
I'll
turn the
mute
sound.
mine. I see him when I see him.
Yeah, just turn the sound
Okay.
off.
It was
Yeah.
important. You guys both got my number.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna add you.
And that's what I tell everybody.
It's
I'm like,
called
you
the
can either
Friday.
hit me on Messenger or you can call me. Most people who know how want to get to me, they know how to get to me.
Yeah, it's called the Friday
Mm.
Night Live. It's called the Friday Night Live chat. So that's what it is. But okay,
Yeah,
well,
you.
Good night, ladies. Have a good
good
weekend.
night.
Be
Good
safe.
night,
I
baby.
will
Love you.
talk,
I love
holler,
you.
scream at all of you
Love
later.
you. Love
Yep,
you.
yep.
Appreciate
Mm.
you.
Enjoy your evening, and I'm gonna add you to the chat. You can keep us posted about what you and your family is doing for the Lydia House, and we just put different stories in there, different things, ideas of conversation, for the shows. That's about it. We'll yeah,
That's
but
cool.
okay,
Whatever.
all
I
right,
mean, y'all have a good night. Mrs. Stay blessed. Keep your head up. Whatever it is, we got you. Mwah.
okay,
I
yeah,
appreciate
and
you.
you told him what
Exactly.
time he can call you, Sis Flo?
Yeah, she said it.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
gonna get a hold of her tomorrow.
Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. All right. Well, on that note, everybody, thank you guys for tuning in to Friday Night Live. Another Friday of basically us just shooting the shit, discussing everything from the hood to the White House, as we always do on Fridays. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times. And I'm gonna let Karma Diva.
Keep it hood. All
Yeah.
right now.
Sing it louder, child.
So
My son-in-law
sound
sleep.
like Jewel from the
Oh,
from
her son-in-law
the back
sleep.
in the Death Row days. That girl Jewel.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
She
I
was a
love her.
badass chick. What happened to
What was
her?
the name of the song? What was the name of the song?
She
Yeah.
had
I think
one.
she passed. She passed. I think she passed.
Did she?
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh my
About a year
god.
ago.
Damn.
Yeah. She passed about a year or so
She
ago. Something like that.
she had a couple of little hits with them.
I
Most of them
can't.
was on the
But why
Murder
can't I
Was the
remember none
Case.
of them?
She sang
Mhm.
the themes of Murder. Murder Was the Case. That was her. And then she did the remix to Harvest for the World.
Uh,
Um and then she did Woman to Woman too. She remade Woman to Woman.
oh wow.
Woman to woman.
Jewel. Jewel.
Have
Yeah.
You
you
know what?
Yeah.
ever?
She died last year.
But the
Yep.
song,
Wow.
She was 53. Yep. She died last year.
53 years old.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, she.
Damn.
She was born on
Okay,
my
well,
daddy's birthday too.
rest in peace to her. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I didn't either. Rest in peace. She was a beast. I wish
Uh,
she would have more hits. I wish they would have did more with her.
yeah, I feel that way about a lot of people from back in the day. You're like, what the hell? They
I'm
sung
telling
good
you, the
music.
90s, we had some beasts come out. And then it
Boy.
was like they fell off. It was like, where'd they go?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep.
Like Danny Boy. Man, it was like, where'd Danny Boy go?
It says she was hospitalized in 2019 after she stopped breathing and collapsed while shopping at a Walmart. With
Oh
Damn.
cause not made public, in October 2021 interview, she said she was given 6 months to live and hurried to release her final album, Love, Pain, and Music. As a result, she was hospitalized twice in March 2022 due to a self-described lung injury illness, during which she had 8 pounds of fluid removed from her heart, head, legs, and lungs. She died at age 53, May 26, 2022. Yeah, they
wow.
did a little
Rest in
tribute to her.
peace to her. And the song that I was thinking about
Mm.
was
Yeah.
Thug Passion with Tupac. That's the one that I most
Oh,
remember.
yeah. Let me get you. Was that Jewel?
Thug
Yeah.
Passion, baby. Oh, hard as stuff, but you gotta
And
go
then going on. Let me get you.
thug passion,
And
baby.
I think she sang the hook on Jenny on I know a
Oh,
place where we can
let's
go
go
outside,
outside
have
and
some
have some
fun,
fun. Yep,
just you
yep.
and me.
For the
That
love,
was the man.
she did. For the
That was
love of
above the
money.
rim, no, wasn't it?
Yep, she did
That
that,
was
and for the
above.
love of money, and also Let Me Ride with Dr. Dre and Snoop
Let
Dogg.
me
Oh, did
ride.
she?
Yep,
Damn.
yep,
Don't
yep. I'm
you
looking at all her
let
stuff now.
me ride.
Damn, she was a beast. Go ahead,
Yep,
Joelle.
yep.
And here I
But rest
was
in
thinking
peace
she
to
was
that
like a one-hit
sister.
wonder.
Mm-hmm. Yep, yep,
Go
yep.
ahead, girl. You
Well,
was
all right,
making them
y'all.
coins back then.
She sure
All right.
was.
I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay, I will
If there's
see y'all
anything I
next
can do for you, sis, let me know. I'm serious. Just let me know. If you need to talk to me privately, Tanya has my number, and
Y'all can
and you
share that.
can
Y'all can share the little thingy thing.
call or hit text me anytime. I'm usually up all night, so
Yeah, yeah, you know what she
Okay.
be doing up all night. No, I'm just playing. She be praying. Okay.
I don't do those things no more.
Yeah, she be
I'm
pregnant.
practically married. That's why we don't have it. I'm practically married now, so that's why we
Oh,
don't do
really?
those things anymore.
For real?
I said practically.
I'm about to say, don't let me know y'all done got engaged and shit. Come on, we better
Girl,
plan a
no.
wedding. Plan a wedding.
I don't know if I really want to get married.
Oh, well, we'll discuss that. Maybe Sis Lo can have a show on her channel or so, or we can do a show over here about marriage, to marry or not to marry.
Girl,
the only one
I
besides
can do that. I can do a
Say
top
I
10.
do or I don't.
But see, you and Kurt and Tone, all of y'all been married. So me and Karma, we haven't. So y'all, that would be a nice show. You know, talk about marriages and pros, cons, and just. But anywho, I will holler at you guys later. And as Karma Diva said, always remember to keep it hood, you guys. And thanks again to our supporters. Everybody who subscribed to us, supports us. Please feel free if you want to cash out anybody on the panel. Mine is the Hood Table 402. Sislo's is $Sislo. And down at the bottom, Pastor Pimp, aka Karma Diva, is $Pumpkin, PUNKIN, capital K 77. If anybody wants to be a blessing to anybody on the Hood Table. In the meantime, in the between time, again, stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood.
Keep it hood. Good night,
Bye.
y'all. Love y'all.
Good night, love you all.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night. So sweet.